Sonya. Once the youngest champion in a national archery competition, a promising talent, he saw his dreams shattered by a tragic accident that left him unable to use a bow. Now a fallen prodigy, he faces the added obstacle of being laid off from the company he had joined. To make ends meet, he adopts the alias Alan and embarks on a new path as a game delivery man. He's chosen a bow. Will the boss be defeated in a single shot? His exceptional talent shines once more. A 28-year-old unemployed high school graduate, specializing in archery, returns as a streaming genius. He begins an exciting, rebellious journey. Let's follow this young man's thrilling adventure. The story opens on a beautiful day at an archery competition. An announcer's voice booms. It's the third round. Only one arrow remains. We are witnessing the youngest competitor in the tournament, player Yu Sang-hyun. All of his shots have hit the bullseye. Let's see if his final arrow can become the highlight of the day. Sang-hyun takes a deep breath and begins to draw his bow. His expression is one of intense concentration. As his arm releases, the arrow flies towards the target, and as predicted, it strikes the bullseye perfectly. The entire hall erupts in cheers. Bullseye! It pierced the very center, beautifully captured by the camera. Those nearby rush to celebrate with him. A true natural talent. Today, we have witnessed the youngest champion of a national championship. Time passes, bringing us to the present. Sang-hyun's boss slams a stack of papers onto his desk, yelling, "You idiot! Where is your mind wandering?" Sang-hyun, looking dazed, stammers, "I apologize." The cantankerous boss leans on his hands. "Redo it. What kind of mess is this?" Sang-hyun diligently gathers the scattered papers. "Yes, sir." His hands tremble as he picks them up. The boss turns away, muttering, "Good heavens, this Manebo hire. What am I supposed to do with those skills in those hands?" Sang-hyun, overhearing this, remains silent, unable to respond. He leaves the room and sighs deeply. Enduring this workday was good enough. Not long after, he returns home. Sang-hyun reminisces about his past glory, a bittersweet ache in his heart. Has it really been 10 years? 10 years ago, all I knew was archery, but pursuing it was expensive. Living alone with my grandmother, I had no choice but to seek scholarships, and so I trained relentlessly. Day after day, I just shot arrows again and again. How wonderful it would be to become proficient in all aspects. My only talent was archery. I believed fate held a bright future for me. But then, that tragic accident took it all away. If it weren't for my coach's recommendation to this company, I might have been unemployed for life. Enough dwelling on the past. Now let's watch some game streams. Mostly full dive game streamers. It's pretty popular these days, huh? Full dive gaming. It makes you feel like you're actually stepping into another world. The current method for this indirect experience is playing it with a device called a capsule. Most players use this method nowadays, but getting one costs a fortune. A broke guy like me can only dream of it. I should be grateful I can even watch these streams online. A subscriber donated 100,000 won to the streamer with the challenge to kill that boar with a bow and arrow in 15 minutes. The streamer, all hyped up, goes, "Guys, I'll totally nail this." Thanks to the 100,001 donation. He talks a big game, but he misses all 3 shots. Haha. The chat explodes with mocking laughter. 100,001. Dream on. What a noob. How can you miss that? Haha. Someone named Bubblegum donates 501 in comments. If you can't use a bow, why choose it? The streamer gets salty. Shut up. I chose it because I thought I could do anything in this game. The lag is just because my rig is old. Sang-hyun, watching all this unfold, sighs. He says you can do anything in this game. Huh. It'd be a lie to say I'm not jealous. No matter his flaws, a lot of people like him, including me. Back then, I sacrificed everything, gave it my all, just to be recognized. I should get to sleep. The next day, after getting ready, he heads to work. Sang-hyun's boss tells him, "We're restructuring the company. They said if you leave quietly, you'll get a severance package. Otherwise, if we let you go later during the restructuring, you'll get nothing." Sang-hyun speaks up, "I'll resign." His boss asks, "Really?" Sang-hyun replies, "Yes. You said I'd get a good severance package if I left now, right?" His boss continues, "You're decisive. If you made up your mind, finish up today. Don't be too upset. You only got this job through connections anyway." The people here worked hard. After graduating, they learned more skills to polish their resumes. They even studied abroad because just English wasn't enough. We don't have many options, so Sang-hyun listens, a bitter taste in his mouth. I understand. He heads home, his heart heavy. 10 years ago, the youngest national champion. Yet, as a recent high school graduate with nothing on his resume, I can't go back to those days. What am I supposed to do now? Sang Hyun suddenly recalls what the streamer said earlier, because anything is possible in this game. If anything is possible in this game, then shooting a bow like I used to, that's possible too, right? And if I stream it for others to see, wouldn't that make me famous? Bubblegum, those streamers I watch, they're not that good at games, but they still get a lot of viewers. Compared to streamers like that, he wonders, how many people are actually skilled at the game? More than I thought. There are other talented streamers out there, and it seems like others are proving their skills through streaming. There are also others who want to improve their skills by watching streams. It's like the world of sports. In reality, there are too many variables. Countless variables I can't anticipate. But here, it's like the life I've always dreamed of since I was a kid. A life dedicated to skill, gradual progress, and leveling up. A simple but fair world. Maybe even tomorrow morning. Are you planning to buy a gaming capsule? Sang Hyun replied, that's right. The other young man was startled. You're going to spend all your money on a game. Are you crazy? You said you've never played a game before, right? Remember how you gave up archery, and now you want to buy a gaming capsule. Are you good at games? Sang Hyun responded, don't worry, I'll do well. Seriously. The bespectacled young man snapped. How do you know if you haven't even tried? Stop talking nonsense and be realistic, Sang Hyun. Hearing his words, Sang Hyun thought to himself, Juyuk is worried. If he's this worried, maybe there really is a problem. At my old company, Juyuk was the only colleague I confided in a place where there wasn't a single person I could trust. He lives a life completely opposite to mine. He's the epitome of an elite, nurtured in a wealthy family, and achieving success along a stable path. So whenever I talk to Juyuk, I feel like things are starting to get resolved. Juyuk said, are you even listening to me? Look, you should go to Gangwon-do for a trip instead. Sang Hyun replied, I'm not good at games. Juyuk asked, how much is that capsule? Sang Hyun immediately answered, for 1,000 won. Juyuk was bewildered. The machine alone costs 4,000 won. Then there's the additional equipment. Your electricity bill will go up too. Sang Hyun asked, puzzled, do I need anything besides the 4,000 won machine? Juyuk replied, of course. You think you can just get by with a 4,000 won machine? So it could cost up to 40 million won. Juyuk responded, even if you have a car worth 100 million, you still need money to run it. This can't be happening. Wait here until I get off work. A while later, after Juyuk finished work, he led Sang Hyun to a place. Seeing it, Sang Hyun asked, puzzled, is this a gaming capsule rental room? As Sang Hyun followed Juyuk, he thought, this is a place for rentals, not sales, right? I need to buy one. A little while later, they met the owner, Kang Suk. Hello, Kang Suk introduced himself. I am Lee Kang Suk. I heard you're looking to buy a capsule. I think we can sell you some used ones at a good price. Please come in. Sang Hyun glanced at Juyuk with a look of gratitude, as expected of an elite. Moments later, the owner of the rental room led them inside. Sang Hyun's eyes widened as he saw the capsules everywhere. Kang Suk, brimming with enthusiasm, approached Sang Hyun and said, hey, Sang Hyun, before we make a deal, why don't we give it a try? So, let's gather some of your physical information first. Come on, let's go. To use the capsule, you need to register your biometrics. It'll be done quickly. Juyuk stepped forward and said, thanks for helping him. Kang Suk replied, oh, it's nothing. Actually, for your friend's sake, if I could, I'd try to stop him. Because there have been so many others just like him. They get tempted after watching gamers and streamers. Gaming these days is quite expensive, and so many think they can show off their talent through games. But in reality, it doesn't always work out that way. Juyuk said that even with full dive, games and reality are quite different. But are they really that different? Kang Suk replied, of course. You can use your physical abilities because there are no physical limitations. Therefore, it makes people lose their clarity. Ultimately, it's also related to mental health. As for your friend, you said his company is unstable, so they laid him off. He'll probably give up after just one try of this game. Comfort him then. But Juyuk thought gravely to himself, this is for the best. It's better than him betting his entire fortune on a capsule. A moment later, Kang Suk approached Sang Hyun to explain. The game you'll be playing is called the Real Olympics. Since you do archery, I'll set it up that way. Tell me the score you want, and we'll decide after. I'm closing the capsule now. After the capsule closed, Sang Hyun felt a strange sensation. This feels strange. My body is here, he thought, but his mind felt like it had gone somewhere else. In just a moment, he was pulled into the game. Sang Hyun, his face filled with astonishment, lifted his hand and examined it. Athlete IU Sang Hyun has entered the archery field with his bow. Athlete IU Sang Hyun has had a natural talent since childhood. Hearing these voices, Sang Hyun was amazed. I can't believe it. This is too realistic. It's really like a real Olympics. First shot. Sang-hyun remembered Juyuk's words. Remember how you gave up archery. Sang-hyun was overwhelmed with nostalgia. I can't. My hand is shaking. He remained frozen in that position, unable to act. Outside, Juyuk, seeing him like that, asked, why isn't he shooting? Kang-suk, arms crossed, replied, he's probably nervous. Players are often like that. Juyuk countered, he's always calm about everything. So why is he nervous now? Inside, Sang-hyun, drawing his bow, thought it's so different. The tension of the bowstring, the feeling of gripping it, it's not real at all. My hand isn't shaking anymore. This isn't real. Releasing the string, the arrow flew towards the target and hit the bullseye. The two watching outside were astonished. Then, athlete Sang-hyun quickly notched another arrow and hit a 10. Another 10, and another 10. Sang-hyun released the string again, 10 points. Every shot was a 10. The two observers outside were stunned. What the hell? This is archery, right? Juyuk asked, hey, didn't you say it's different from reality in there? Kang-suk replied, that's right. I guess he's adapting quickly. Wait, there seems to be more to it than that. He looks different. What is your friend's real identity, anyway? After that, Sang-hyun finished the game. Kang-suk approached him, saying, wow, you played incredibly well. It'd be a waste if you only bought secondhand stuff like this. What do you think? Seeing Sang-hyun's head bowed, Juyuk asked, what's wrong? Are you alright? Are you drunk? You look exhausted. Sang-hyun didn't reply, but his arm trembled. Kang-suk, brimming with excitement, asked, who is he really? Juyuk replied, he was the youngest gold medalist, probably the best archer in the world, even, until that accident, and I really want to do something for him. He truly loved archery. Sang-hyun's tears finally overflowed. Do you remember the last time you shot an arrow? Do you? No, you don't. How could I forget? It's like it was yesterday. The sudden accident, the doctor's cold, indifferent expression, and the dream I had to give up. Back in the present, Sang-hyun sobbed, don't come any closer. Damn it, this is so embarrassing. Juyuk looked at him and smiled without saying a word. Time continued to slip by. Player pod connection complete. Program installed. It's starting. Looks like I can start streaming today. This is a real challenge. Luckily, Kang-suk gave me a good deal. I hope it wasn't a loss for him, the owner. Alright, let's start streaming. I've already chosen the game. It's a medieval game, focused on the life of a mercenary. It's full of realistic and challenging battles. It might not be widely popular, but it has a dedicated fan base thanks to its unique appeal. Popular games usually have a lot of streamers already playing them. So, Kingdom Hearts has a moderate level of recognition. Due to the game's difficulty, not many streamers choose it, which makes it a good choice for a newbie. Character customization complete, dropping in 5 seconds. A bright light seemed to guide him to another world. When he regained consciousness, he heard a voice. Wake up, you idiot. Sang-hyun, bewildered, still didn't understand what was happening. Where am I? In a carriage. Sang-hyun opened his eyes to see a battle unfolding before him. Sang-hyun's face went blank. We're in the middle of a battle. A man, the mercenary captain named Roman, roared, still lazing around, you maggot. Do you want another beating to wake you up? Sang-hyun thought to himself. So he's the one who hit me. That hurt. Then he scrambled out of the carriage and apologized. Captain Roman continued to yell, useless worm. Bandits are attacking. Grab your weapons. A notification popped up. Choose your weapon. Sang-hyun looked around in astonishment. It paused. Now's the time to choose. Let's see. Why don't I see a bow? It's an option, right? One of his viewers commented, archery challenge. What did they get here? 5 viewers. Looks like I picked the right game. Archery challenge, is using a bow that bad? If it was good, they wouldn't call it challenge. His viewers commented, first time playing. Bows can hit teammates, bounce off armor, and you have to manage your arrow count. Bit tough for you. Sang-hyun replied, oh, so that's how it works. Thanks for letting me know. Ignoring the viewer's advice, he chose the bow anyway. The chat immediately exploded. This newbie is such a cute puppy, one wrote. Salty, but with actual skills. Another chimed in, I can smell the noob energy through the screen. And another, this is why new streamers are always the most entertaining. Sang-hyun thought to himself, they seem pretty welcoming. I picked the bow, but where is it? Just as he finished that thought, a soldier carrying a bow fell, dropping it at his feet. The bow landed in Sang-hyun's hands. A notification popped up, you have received a bow. You have received 20 arrows. The viewers erupted in laughter, the chat filling with messages like, haha, the newbie's journey begins. And you killed him. You killed him. This always happens when someone picks the bow, Hey newbie. Roman, the mercenary captain, barked. Get your head in the game. You idiot. Pick it up and attack. Even if you were paying attention, you wouldn't hit anything anyway. The viewers who heard Roman's outburst started commenting. Don't listen to him, newbie. One wrote, haven't heard him in a while, but Roman's still as toxic as ever. Sang-hyun ignored everything and focused on a shot. With a single release, he landed a headshot. The chat exploded again. Whoa, he got him. A headshot too. Another, less impressed viewer commented, lucky shot. Sang-hyun thought, this feels strangely similar to the real Olympics. It's a bit different from traditional archery, though. Something in between traditional and this. Then he spoke aloud. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Do these arrows always kill in one shot? A viewer named Ruby Shot replied, not unless it's a critical hit. This game's pretty realistic, so it simulates actual anatomy. It has a headshot mechanic, so if you hit them in the head, it's usually a one-shot kill. Sang-hyun thought, okay, so aim for the head for an instant kill. Then he said, thanks for the explanation, Ruby Shot. I'll take them down, one shot each. The chat immediately filled with mocking laughter. Haha, the newbie's confidence is adorable. Sang-hyun thought, they don't believe me. Well, I guess I'll just have to let my results speak for themselves. That's the sporting spirit, after all. There are about 20 bandits, and I have 20 arrows. I have to make every shot count. This will be quick. Let's do this. Unlike stationary targets in practice, enemies move. I might miss, but it's easier than I thought. Sang-hyun focused on a bandit fighting the captain. He has a shield. This is tricky. Should I just shoot? But the arrow might deflect. Just then, the captain lunged, attacking the bandit. A smile spread across Sang-hyun's face. He drew his bow. The shot was lined up. The arrow flew, a whisper of death aimed directly at the bandit. It looks like there aren't any more bandits with shields. Was that the last one? What's this? No one's chatting. I guess just archery isn't entertaining enough. A single message appeared in chat. What the hell? Then the chat exploded. What the heck? Headshot. Another headshot. Is this a bug? I think I need to go get lunch. This is too much. This newbie is insane. How did you even make a new account? What the actual? One shot, one kill. Amazing. But did you just kill the boss? Sang-hyun asked, was I not supposed to kill the boss? A viewer replied, it's not that you weren't supposed to, it's just that they don't usually die like that. Sang-hyun, confused, asked, but didn't you say a headshot kills anything? The viewer has a point, Juyuk said, but bosses usually can't be hit in the head. You know that, right? Sang-hyun. Sang-hyun retorted, but I did hit him. And the viewer's main point is, how did I shoot him like that? Bosses have shields and move fast. They can dodge everything, unless your arrow reaches its maximum power, Kong Suk chimed in. Sang-hyun thought to himself, maximum draw strength. I always use maximum draw strength. He voiced his thoughts aloud. You mean shooting with a full draw? That's not hard. The viewers in the chat erupted, but pulling it back all the way isn't easy. Sang-hyun remained oblivious, confused by the viewers' astonishment. What? I always draw my bowstring all the way back. At that moment, Roman, the mercenary captain, approached. Hey, rookie, he said, was that last arrow really yours? Then, the video of Sang-hyun's earlier gameplay began to spread rapidly. I saw a strange stream today. A ridiculously new player, but incredibly skilled with a bow. Haha, Roman actually looks impressed. Roman continued, you're truly skilled. I've never seen anyone handle a bow like you. The viewers buzzed with excitement. Roman looks like he's melting with happiness. Does Roman even have lines like this? This is the first time I've ever heard him say something like that. Is this really the first time? You're truly skilled. I definitely just heard that for the first time. Doesn't seem very newbie-like. I didn't catch who it was. What's his nickname? It's at the end of the video. The viewers quickly scrubbed to the end of the recording. The captain asked, what's your name? I really want to know. I'll report it to the commander. Sang-hyun hesitated for a moment, then smiled. My name is Alman. His name was immediately searched everywhere. Alman. I'll remember that name. The Kingdom S community, also known as Kingdom S Bat, was as stagnant as the game itself. Despite a dedicated player base, the lack of exciting moments and interaction had left the community feeling stale. Conversations revolved around the same topics, repeating endlessly. Then, a post appeared that changed everything. Incredibly new player praised by Roman. Viewers erupted in discussion. Some noob got praised by Roman. Watch this video. It's real. Here's the player's pod info. Roman actually praised him, gave him high marks. Plus, no one just kills the boss and runs like that. What the? At first, I thought it was cricket, but Roman actually praised him. Wait, am I dreaming? The account was even created yesterday. It's gotta be fake, some newbies clickbait. Another user retorted, did you even watch it before judging? Sheesh. Comments about Sang-hyun flooded in, leaving him stunned. I didn't think it would blow up like this. Well, if people are sharing the link, it's good publicity for me. Sang-hyun suddenly froze as he read a comment. Wasn't the bow-only boss kill challenge even difficult for a veteran player like Electron? Electron. That has to be the Electron, a top-ranked streamer known for his skills. I heard he's a former pro gamer, the legendary pro gamer, the top-tier skilled streamer, Electromagnetic. And now I'm being compared to him. I've only been streaming for a day, and I'm already being compared to a top streamer in the industry. Is this real life? Just then, Sang-hyun's phone rang. He wondered what Juyuk could want at this hour. Unemployed. Hello, Juyuk, he said mid-bite. Your stream last night seemed to go pretty well. Sang-hyun replied, thanks. Juyuk continued, yeah, glad to hear it. Is the capture card working all right? The boss was a little worried. Sang-hyun reassured him, no problem. It's working great. Juyuk pressed on, did you get many viewers? Sang-hyun responded, yeah, few. Around 20 people watch me play. Juyuk was astonished. What? 20 people? For your first stream? What did you do to get so many viewers? Sang-hyun stammered, just pick the right game, I guess. Juyuk, still puzzled, asked, if you're that talented, why are you working as a regular employee at the company? Sang-hyun countered, if someone offered you a job without needing experience, would you take it? Juyuk laughed. Of course, haha. After chatting for a bit, Sang-hyun said, well, I gotta go, I'm about to stream. Juyuk was surprised. About to? Don't you usually stream after dinner? Sang-hyun replied, there's no such thing as lunch or dinner streams. This is my job, you know. Juyuk paused for a moment, then smiled and said, that's surprising. You never worked through lunch back at the office. Just then, a voice boomed from Juyuk's phone. Assistant Kim, how can you be eating at a time like this? Lowering his voice, Juyuk spoke into the phone. Hey, gotta go, something came up. Sang-hyun instantly recognized the voice of his former boss. I guess I should eat properly to keep up my strength, Sang-hyun mused. But eating takes up so much time. I want to start as soon as possible. Ever since I found that gaming community, my heart's been pounding. The pressure of comparison, the tension of being judged. It's been so long since I've felt this way. I didn't expect to feel so energized by the attention and evaluation of others. It seems like I'm truly back to being a real athlete like before. Soon after, Sang-hyun started his stream. Immediately, the comments section exploded with activity. Amon's here. What? You usually stream in the evening. Jackpot. I got the notification and jumped right in. This is hilarious. Seeing the comments flying by, Sang-hyun wondered, is it my imagination, or is the chat moving faster than yesterday? Then he spoke. How many people are watching? The viewer count had reached 189. Sang-hyun was stunned. His viewership had increased ninefold in just a day. I didn't expect to make such a splash in that small community. I've never experienced anything like this. I'm a little nervous. Sang-hyun took a deep breath to compose himself. In moments like these, I like to imagine that this isn't the real world, just a third-person game. When I distance myself from reality like that, the anxiety disappears like magic. He then smiled and said, all right, let's pick up where we left off yesterday. The scene shifted to Juyuk, who thought to himself, they say you shouldn't interrupt someone's meal. That jerk, Director Park. Stay calm. Just then, Juyuk received a text from Sang-hyun. Thanks for the help. I'll buy you a drink next time. A smile spread across Juyuk's face. Screenshotted. It's good to see you working so hard. You're always such a diligent guy. Right? I need to call Sang-hyun. There's something I need to tell him, and I completely forgot. It's about the inventory slot, isn't it? At that moment, someone approached. Assistant Kim, there's a meeting in conference room 3. Yes, Juyuk replied. I'll be right there. Scratching his head, he muttered, now what was I going to say? Something about body optimization, or whatever it was. The scene shifted to Sang-hyun. Last night, before going to bed, I looked up some websites, mostly about how popular streamers manage their viewers, controversial cases, and some of the taboos. Mentioning your viewer count can disrupt audience engagement. It creates competition with other streamers. He recited what he'd read. Don't let your audience think you're just a streamer. Make your stream feel intimate, like someone watching their friend play a game. Sang-hyun then addressed his viewers. Ruby, Short Ashlang, Mr. Dummy, and everyone else who came back to watch again, thank you. The chat exploded with activity. Whoa, he remembers our names. Oaken support. It's only his second day streaming, and he already has Oaken fans. Is he a streaming genius? Oaken is a term for unemployed people who are active at dawn and sleep when others go to work. Hey, everyone. All right, let's get into the game. Full initialization. When he opened his eyes, Sang-hyun was already in the game. The game starts right on horseback, and I'm ready to do something. Something that's my specialty. I played a bit more yesterday, so the march has already begun. I heard Roman. He said he'd introduce me to the mercenary captain, and now I have a new mission. First, I need to briefly explain things to the viewers. This mission isn't anything special. I thought mercenaries fought, but it seems like it's just escort duty or something. Viewers in the chat chimed in. This game is so realistic. That's the neighboring mercenary company. Except for the skilled ones, mercenaries are basically just weak escorts. Sang-hyun thought to himself, this game is truly realistic. It feels like I'm actually riding a horse. Suddenly, a voice spoke up. Is this your first time riding a horse? Sang-hyun. Sang-hyun turned and replied, not exactly, but I rarely get to ride. He thought, is this a fixed dialogue? I just blurted it out naturally. Captain Roman continued, if so, you'll need to get used to the horse quickly. We have a long way to go. Seeing his expression, the chat erupted again. He's smiling. This is the first time I've seen Roman be so nice. Definitely a fake Roman. What have you done with my Roman? What kind of mission are you on? Is it like the tutorial ones? Isn't this where the bandits appear? Are they about to show up? Sang-hyun asked, bandits. As soon as he spoke, the horse suddenly stopped. They're here. Horse bandits. Roman quickly ordered the mercenaries to attack. The bandits, like a whirlwind, quickly broke through the front lines. Sang-hyun was still stunned. They actually came. We're in big trouble. Watching the chat, Sang-hyun thought to himself, these guys are really fired up. Are they hoping I fail? This kind of attitude is normal in the esports world. I'm used to it. It's easy to shut them up. Just let the results speak for themselves. Then, Sang-hyun spoke aloud. They're moving fast. Around 50 bandits, right? He then began to draw his bow. This time, they didn't even set up an ambush, he muttered. How did these mercenaries lose? Let's take care of the guy in front first. In an instant, the arrow whizzed through the air and found its mark, striking the bandit's head. Without a doubt, he fell instantly. To everyone's astonishment, the other bandits rushed to their leader's side, their concern evident. The chat exploded with excitement. No way. Boran's dead. What the heck? Haha. No way. I didn't even see anything. One shot, one kill. Sang-hyun asked, what's up with these guys? The viewers in the chat responded, you just took down the boss and you're asking what's up with them. So the video was real. Theoretically, you could do this by maximizing range and power, then aiming for the head. Sang-hyun thought to himself, bewildered, I shot him because he was at the front. But he was the leader. The chat was scrolling rapidly, keeping pace with the growing viewership. Everyone's so hyped. This is awesome. On to the next one. The fight's not over yet. I'll be happy to leave this battle as the victor. Another bandit fell victim to his arrow. Then another, and another. Swiftly, the bandits were dropping one by one, much to the viewers' amazement. So cool. I thought the video was fake, but now I'm seeing it live. The remaining bandits panicked, shouting, no way. Retreat. Sang-hyun, drawing his bow, replied, I won't let you escape. Sorry about this, he murmured, releasing the arrow. Another bandit was instantly headshot from behind. Watching him, someone in the chat commented, it feels like his posture has changed. Seeing them flee, Captain Roman roared, the enemy is running. After them. Suddenly, Sang-hyun received a new quest. Hunt down and eliminate the remaining bandits. Elsewhere, someone was reading gaming news. It's actually happening. On day 2, a newbie triggered the bandit extermination quest. I'll stick around and see if there's any mention of me. Who's Alan? He uses a bow. Seems like an archery challenge. I'm curious. Which idiot streamer is trying to play this unpopular build? Let's see how good he is. This person was also a game streamer, known as Akon Jelly. Maybe he's like me. Akon Jelly opened the video and was stunned. What the? All those bandits taken down with single headshots. One headshot usually isn't enough for an instant kill, but they're dropping like flies. This has to be a perfect shot. A perfect shot. In Classic S, if an opponent is hit in a weak spot, they die instantly. But that only applies to opponents of a certain level. In other words, if it's a boss level enemy, even if you hit a weak point, you can't kill it instantly. Everyone says that, but this game actually has a hidden system. The only skill that can overcome weak points and has higher accuracy. A headshot is a perfect shot, but most players don't know about the existence of the perfect shot. Even among longtime players, there are differing opinions on whether it exists, because no one has ever used it. Life just goes on. Believe what you want. Like it's normal to meet the insanely difficult activation conditions. Launching the first attack 1.5 seconds after approaching and accurately hitting the dead center of the target's weak point. Moreover, this streamer not only succeeded, but it seems like every one of his attacks is a perfect shot. Is this a game hack? Not only that, unless he's an idiot, why would he do that in such a crappy game? Is this all he plays? Kingdom Hearts? What the hell is he doing? Is he an Olympic gold medalist? What? He's a new player. The scene shifts to Sang-hyun's perspective. Captain Roman says, "Chase him, catch him, and kill him, Alan. Are you planning to shoot while riding?" I think using a spear or a javelin would be easier to attack with. Viewers in the chat agree, saying, "That's right. Shooting arrows while riding is difficult. I don't think it's easy at all." Sang-hyun smiles inwardly, thinking he's right. "But I like using my bow." Then he says aloud, "I'm fine." Captain Roman replies, "I understand. If it's you, you'll definitely be able to do it." The chat explodes again with excited fans. OMG, the favoritism. I feel like I just had a girl spit in my face and then turn around and give a dazzling smile to the popular guy. What a crazy comparison, LOL. Sang-hyun thinks as he rides, "I've never ridden a horse before, and this is the first time I've aimed at a moving target. But I know I can do it. Even if I try to imagine how much this scene will blow up, my hands are still shaking. But I can't give up just because of that." Another arrow flies, this time piercing the bandit's neck. The chat erupts again. "That's insane. An archer on horseback. Are you a Joseon Dynasty horse archer?" Sang-hyun thinks, "I aim for his head, but hit his neck. This won't do. I need to adjust my body movements to the rhythm of the horse. Faster and sharper." Then, the arrow whizzes from Sang-hyun's hand. This time, it doesn't miss, hitting the target perfectly. The chat goes wild. "Headshot. That's terrifying. He seems even stronger than before. I'm getting chills." Sang-hyun remains focused on his arrows. Another one down, then another. Quickly, the bandits fall to the ground. Captain Roman approached, saying, "I never imagined so many opponents could be eliminated so swiftly. Congratulations. You truly are a gifted archer." The mercenaries around them chimed in with their own praises. "Right? In all my life, I've never seen anyone with such archery skills. Robin Hood's got nothing on you. We're incredibly lucky to have you in our group." The chat channel was equally lively. "This is the first time I've seen them so enthusiastic," Sang-hyun thought. "It's like they're actually fond of me. My teammates. This is just making me uncomfortable. He's incredibly skilled, truly amazing. Why would someone so talented play King's Idle Frog? Why would anyone be interested in such a mediocre game?" Suddenly, a notification popped up. Akon Jelly donated 100,000 won. Every shot was perfect. Is this real life? And then, congratulations on successfully defeating the demon. A distinguished-looking man approached, saying, "Ho ho, I, Alman, will certainly remember the name Sang-hyun after this." Ignoring the accolades, Sang-hyun thought to himself, "This is the first donation I've ever received." And judging by the viewers' reactions, it seems this Akon Jelly is quite famous. But then why do I only have 200 viewers in my stream? The chat channel buzzed with excitement over the donation. "Why aren't you reacting?" He's probably shocked by the 100,000 won. "React already." Sang-hyun, still dazed, muttered, "React. What should I do?" "Just react like you do when you shoot an arrow. Like you're shooting reaction, LOL. An idea sparked in Sang-hyun's mind. "React like when I shoot." "Okay, I'll do just that." He then drew his bow, aiming towards the sky, and declared, "I'll show you my reaction." The arrow soared upwards, leaving everyone bewildered. That's his reaction to the donation. He should at least explain before shooting. "What? Haha, I'm losing it. You just shot an arrow into the air. Haha." Sang-hyun spread his arms wide, exclaiming, "The arrow disappears." Tajda. Then it promptly plummeted back down, striking him squarely on the head. Game over. The chat erupted in laughter. "The shock of that suicidal arrow shot has me in stitches. Haha, too funny. Someone died for 100,000 won." Sang-hyun thought, "Back when I was a pro gamer, I used to play like this. It's a good thing everyone's reaction is so positive. I wonder if the pod malfunctioned. Well, I just got the game over notification too. But was it really because of the pod? This is an older model, after all, and it doesn't even have a cooling system. I wonder how the live stream is doing." Thankfully, everyone's still chatting away. Their reaction is even better than I expected. I guess for a streamer, this isn't such a bad thing. I enjoy it when accidents like this happen during entertainment shows. This is a perfect moment for some self-deprecating humor. I'm in luck. That's great then. No, I've done that before. Adjusting the arrow's trajectory to hit the target. That's all for today's live stream. But the chat continued to buzz with activity. One viewer commented, "You're pretty famous now, you know. Be careful, you might get banned. Why do you even care about a live stream with only 200 viewers? You just got a donation from Akon Jelly's account." Sang-hyun thought, "Just as I suspected, he's a celebrity. Should I even bother watching?" Sang-hyun is amazing. He muttered to himself, surprised by the archer's skill. I'm not really into archery challenges. Are his other videos this good? Why would a talented streamer like him be watching my live stream? Suddenly, a message popped up on Sang-hyun's screen. Hello, Almond. This is Akon Jelly. Sang-hyun's mind raced. Akon Jelly. The message continued. Greetings, Almond. This is Akon Jelly. I've been active in Kingdom S lately, and I find your gameplay quite captivating. Would you be interested in collaborating? We could share in-game tips, or perhaps create videos hunting monsters together. I sincerely hope you'll agree. Unemployed. A collaboration offer. Don't feel pressured. Just contact me if you have any questions. The message concluded. How am I not supposed to feel pressured? Akon Jelly, a multi-talented streamer, my role model. It would be amazing to work with him. But if I agree, will it look like I'm riding his coattails? This is tough. I have no one to ask for advice. His phone rang. Hello. Unemployed. Hey, so what's the reaction like? Positive. Jahyun's voice crackled through the speaker. Yeah, sort of, Sang-hyun replied. Jahyun laughed. Sort of. What kind of lukewarm response is that? Sang-hyun countered. I'm an archer. I have to stay calm. Besides, I've been a natural since I was a kid. It's nothing new. Jahyun chuckled. Is that all you called about? Sang-hyun asked. Jahyun hesitated. No, actually, I quit my job. Sang-hyun was stunned. What? Why? Why did you suddenly quit? Jahyun took a swig of something. I had a falling out with Director Park. He's a jerk. I almost threw an ashtray at him. Wait, does this mean Kim Jahyun, one of the best in the business, is unemployed? Sang-hyun thought. Jahyun continued to vent. You have no idea how much I've put up with from that guy. He's unbelievably awful. Sang-hyun clenched his hand, thinking, could I offer him a job as my manager? No, I shouldn't. I'm not sure I can afford him. Jahyun spoke again, cutting through his thoughts. Forget it. You know what? I'll be your manager. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Sang-hyun was taken aback. What? Don't you want me to? Jahyun asked. Sang-hyun stammered. No, I mean yes. But don't you still have like 100,000 won saved up? Jahyun laughed. Yeah, Ido. And speaking of savings, remember that time you cried when you first tried the gaming pod? Jahyun's voice softened. Seeing you like that really got me thinking. You seem to really love being an archer. Watching you, I realized I've never been passionate about anything. I want to find my true passion too, Sang-hyun advised. But if you do that, you won't have the chance to work with big companies anymore. Jahyun, still smiling, said, you worry too much. I have enough money to take care of myself, even if I quit for a whole year. And if we do well enough, the big companies will come to us. So what's holding you back? Holding me back. What nonsense. We'll be rolling in dough together. So, just quit already, Jahyun said with a laugh. You've accepted my request to be your manager, right? Manager Kim, you start tomorrow. After that, the two had a lively conversation. A collaboration offer. Wow, that's great. That's my specialty, Jahyun exclaimed. Sang-hyun asked, do you think you can handle it? Jahyun replied confidently, of course. Trust me. Sang-hyun worried, but I'm not good at making an impression on people. Jahyun smiled. Leave it to me. I got a few ideas. Just let them see your talent. That's more than enough. Time flew by, and the next day arrived. Neil, Akon Jelly's manager, said, is it okay to meet him in such a shabby place? Akon Jelly scratched his head. I chose him because of his incredible talent. I'm still a star, you know. Neil complained. Last time, your channel almost collapsed because of collaborations with those frivolous streamers. Akon Jelly snapped. Why bring that up? First of all, his physical ability is the best in the country. Collaborating with someone like him is a wise investment. Neil sighed. You only care about skill. Do you even know anything about his personality? Akon Jelly's gaze shifted. Not yet. Neil was shocked. Seriously, are you even a professional? What if he has ulterior motives? You'll be left crying and begging then. Another voice chimed in, are you Akon Jelly? Akon Jelly turned. Ah, yes. Hello. The two of them were stunned to see Sang-hyun arrive. Hello, I'm Akon Jelly. My real name is Dojiyamuk. Nice to meet you. And who is this behind you? Jahyun quickly introduced himself. My name is Kim Jahyun, Sang-hyun's manager. Here's my business card. Akon Jelly took the card, thinking to himself, I thought I was a big shot in this field, but I've never met anyone as professional as him. Looking at the card, both Akon Jelly and Neil were astonished. Wow, you work for a really big company. Jahyun chuckled. It's nothing to brag about. Sang-hyun was also taken aback. When did he even prepare a business card? He's so thorough. Jahyun asked, and you are? A flustered Neil stammered. I'm just a humble manager, not as impressive as you. Well then, I look forward to working with you, Jahyun said smoothly. Akon Jelly spoke up. Shall we discuss the details? Please have a seat. You can see the broadcast schedule in this document. If there's anything you'd like to adjust, let me know and we can discuss it. After that, they discussed many things. Is there anything else we haven't discussed? Now let's talk about profit. Akon Jelly began. Sang-hyun quickly interrupted. Regarding that, since I'm new to this and I need your help to gain popularity, I won't take any money. How does that sound? Akon Jelly immediately refused. I'm sorry, but that's not possible. We're past the age of slavery, you know? Neil, sitting beside him, chimed in. If we did that, we'd be criticized. Sang-hyun continued. Even in the age of slavery, there wasn't such a precedent. Jahyun quickly covered Sang-hyun's mouth, saying, anyway, with our limited experience, accepting money feels a bit shameful. But if you insist, we'll take the minimum wage for an hour's work. Akon Jelly said, in this industry, we don't pay by the hour. Instead, I have a proposition. I'll give you 2/2 of the sponsorship money my channel receives during our collaboration stream. Jahyun, upon hearing this, couldn't help but be surprised. Half. That's a lot. What do you think? A moment later, the two of them left, elated. What a smooth start. Half of the donations from the stream. From what I've gathered, the donations Akon Jelly stream earned last month were at least 2 million won. So, we can earn at least 100,000. That's a lot, Jahyun said excitedly. Sang-hyun asked, puzzled, when did you look into this? Jahyun then sent a file to Sang-hyun. Seeing the file, Sang-hyun was astonished. A recording. Jahyun chuckled. You never know. We have to be prepared. Sang-hyun thought to himself, so meticulous. He really is from the executive board of corporation. Jahyun continued. By the way, about profit sharing, if you can earn more than 300,000 won a month, I'll only take an additional 20%. Sang-hyun was shocked. Huh? I haven't even reached minimum wage yet. Are you sure? Jahyun laughed. I have a lot of savings. They call me an investment genius, you know? I prepared everything. Sang-hyun replied, well, all right. I'll trust you. He admired Jahyun inwardly. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. So generous. Not long after, Sang-hyun started his stream. Hello, everyone. It's been a while, hasn't it? One viewer commented, I heard you're collaborating with Akon Jelly. Is it true? Sang-hyun. Sang-hyun was surprised, thinking, the rumors have already spread. It seems more crowded than usual. Let's pretend I don't know. He said aloud, collaborate. What could a small fry like me do? Today, we're going after the bandit leader. I'll try to take them down with one shot. A viewer mocked the boss. One shot. That's newbie talk. Sang-hyun thought, one shot won't do it. Then he said, but last time, Dojiomuk went down in one shot. The chat erupted. Not Dojiomuk, it was Buttercup. And Buttercup was just an elite leader, not a boss. The bosses are much stronger. Another person added, you can tell the difference between a leader and a boss the moment you see them. Sang-hyun worried. This is bad. I shouldn't boast. Soon, I'll take down the boss with just one shot. A notification popped up. Ruby Sword has donated 10,000 won. Mission. Succeed in taking down the boss with one shot to receive 100,000 won. Though surprised, Sang-hyun casually accepted the challenge. His viewers immediately commented on his acceptance, remarking on how could anyone resist 100,000 won. He had officially accepted the mission with a 100,000 won reward. Successfully take down the boss with a single shot. Sang-hyun thought to himself, right, the boss can't be taken down with one shot. But even if the mission was improbable, things were moving in a good direction. A large donation would lower the barrier for subsequent donations. He needed to be bold. With a confident grin, he addressed his viewers. Thanks for the support. Let's get that Ruby and the 100,000 won. The whole team is donating 2,000 won. Go for it. Mission. One-shot the bandit leader for 110,000 won. I'll add another 10,000. Another donation popped up. VOG_Trump has donated 1,000 won. Show us what you've got. Sang-hyun was thrilled, noting the continuous stream of donations. Look at that, even side mission funds. Even if these stream steering missions are a bit silly, these kinds of donations will really help maintain revenue. Even before logging in, the donations were pouring in. Sang-hyun beamed. Thanks to Tsatim and Oregano for the support. I'll do my best. And a big thank you to Noctuet for the 50K donation via Momo with the request to continue the story. Thanks for the motivation. Ready to continue the story, Sang-hyun quickly logged into the game. It was here last time. Suddenly, a voice rang out, Your Grace. Thank you for saving us from the bandit attack. I don't know how to thank you. Sang-hyun thought, Emilia, probably the game's heroine. How I respond will change the storyline. Two dialogue options appear before him. 1. It was nothing. It's a mercenary's job. 2. If you're grateful, repay me. That's what a mercenary wants, right? The chat was spamming for him to choose the second option. But Sang-hyun chose the first. It was nothing. It's a mercenary's job, he replied to Amelia. Even so, I'm very grateful, Amelia said. Just then, Roman approached. My lady, he addressed her. There's a risk that bandit remnants are still lurking in the mountains. Perhaps I should call in a special suppression unit, Roman suggested. Amelia responded, of course. If you could do that, it would be excellent. Roman nodded. Understood. Then the guard squad will stay here and set up camp. Time passed quickly, and night fell. Roman briefed his men. We'll get as close as possible and launch a surprise attack from the rear. Everyone to your positions. Sang-hyun thought, this is more intense than I expected. The senses in full dive are so real, I can't tell what's real and what's not anymore. I can't treat this like a simple game. Roman raised his sword and gave the order to attack. The bandits panicked. An ambush. Damn it. Where did they come from? Archers. One by one, the bandits fell to the arrows. Sang-hyun remained focused, loosing arrow after arrow. His skill was quickly noticed by the bandits. A notification appeared before him. You have fulfilled 3 conditions, 3 consecutive headshots. The skill multi-shot has been unlocked. Sang-hyun was astonished. Wow, so I have access to this support skill. Still, it's just a game. Let's see the difference then. Sang-hyun quickly used his multi-shot skill. 3 bandits instantly fell to his arrows. The viewers were astonished. Wasn't that skill considered trash before? In all that chaos, he's landing headshots consecutively. Even with multi-shot, how can he shoot that fast? It's not the skill's speed. It's because I'm just that good. Sang-hyun let out a breath. Wow, this bow is better than I thought. The chat exploded. Yeah, right? Only you. Alan Antoinette, the scammer, donated 1,001. At least tell me you don't have a girlfriend. Soyan grinned. Thanks, Antoinette. And don't worry, I don't have a girlfriend. A happy smile spread across his face. It wasn't just about the money. The realistic feel of the game, the reactions, and the encouragement from everyone were intoxicating. Just then, Roman, the captain, approached. You were amazing. At this rate, you could easily become the best in the Empire. Sang-hyun replied, you flatter me. Slim Calm donated 5,001. But is it over? What about the boss? Sang-hyun, hearing this, suddenly realized something. A nearby soldier yelled, Captain, this looks like the boss's body. The bandit leader is dead. The chat erupted again. No way. With just 1 headshot. There's no way a single headshot could take down the boss. He's that weak. Sang-hyun scratched his head, thinking, so, does that mean the 100,001 mission failed? Akon Jelly donated 100,001. 1-shot kill. A critical hit will take down even the boss with a single arrow. Sang-hyun was stunned to see the donation. But Sang-hyun didn't understand what a critical hit was. Akon Jelly thought to himself, it's true. I can't believe it myself. Now I hope he explains what happened. Sang-hyun was bewildered. That perfect shot, that critical hit, what was that? Akon Jelly reacted strongly. Akon Jelly donated 10,001. You don't even know what that was. Sang-hyun replied, I really don't. Akon Jelly was dumbfounded. You've been landing those perfect shots this whole time, and you don't know what they are. He really is. I can't comprehend how talented he is. I'm lucky to have met him. It seems his viewership has stabilized. We need a little more action. Akon Jelly donated 100,001. This would be a perfect shot. Everyone watch. Hey, how about we stream together tomorrow? What do you think? The chat went wild. That would be amazing. Looks like they'll be playing together. So Akon Jelly is going to collaborate with him. This is awesome. Awesome. Sang-hyun thought. He seems to be pulling in viewers for me. Alright, I should show some goodwill too. He then spoke up. Stream together. Okay. His viewers expressed some concern. Hey, if you work with him, it won't be good. You'll be overshadowed. Yeah. Sang-hyun thought to himself, wow, there are a lot of new viewers tuning in. It seems like everyone's really looking forward to this collab stream. Another donation popped up. Crimson Sword has donated 10,001. If you do well in a collab stream, I'll donate another 100,001. A smile spread across Sang-hyun's face. Thanks. Of course, I'll be joining Akon Jelly stream. Looking forward to playing with you, Akon Jelly. Akon Jelly smiled and donated 10,001 with a message. I'll be waiting. Sang-hyun mused, everyone's so enthusiastic. I'm pretty excited myself, Sang-hyun admitted. He said he'd show everyone the perfect shot during the collab stream. It's putting a bit of pressure on me. That's a top streamer for you. Just one comment and everyone goes wild. A viewer chimed in. It seems like he donated 120,001 to Alan. Is there nothing more from him? Sang-hyun replied, I think he might have logged off. That's probably why we haven't heard anything else. The chat continued buzzing. This is going to be fun to watch. Don't log off, Alan. We're still watching. Sang-hyun, drawing his bow in the game, thought I took down the boss and landed a collab stream. I made a pretty good start. Time to log off and rest. Thanks for the support, Akon Jelly, he said, and then game over. He muttered to himself. The viewers' reactions are so intense. Logging out right after dying. I hope that's okay. This game feels so real. Just then, Sang-hyun received a message from Juke. Let's meet tomorrow. But we just need to be online, right? Sang-hyun typed back. Don't you remember what you said last time? We agreed to do an in-person interview and stream together in-game. Sang-hyun scratched his head. Oh, right. I forgot. He thought in person, huh? Alright, Fine. Let's see how everyone reacts first, he decided. Some viewer comments flashed by. That shot was hilarious. Armin, he died again. Akon Jelly showed up today and scheduled a collab stream with Armin. Sang-hyun's attention was suddenly drawn to a video. Admin takes down bandit leader, viral sensation. The video showed the boss falling to a single arrow. I rewound it, and I still can't figure out how he took him down. One comment read, it looks like one arrow did it. So fast, so dangerous. Another added, it's hard to tell, just from the video. Sang-hyun thought, honestly, I was surprised too. I didn't think I'd take down the boss that quickly. The viewers were still excited. Alright, we'll just have to wait for the stream tomorrow. So, we'll see Alan's real face tomorrow, huh? Yeah, probably just some short, game-addicted nerd. Totally. Let me predict what he looks like. Everyone look, just then his phone rang. Soyan Oswed, ooh, why are you calling again? We already agreed. Juyuk's voice was urgent. Have you seen the video of the boss takedown that just got posted? It already has 40,000 views. In just an hour. Sang-hyun was confused. But we don't have a YouTube account, do we? Juyuk explained it was Akon Jelly. He posted it to hype up the collab stream between you two. The video documented how Sang-hyun had defeated the boss. It posed an intriguing question. The perfect shot, reality or staged? Tomorrow, Akon Jelly announced, a sly grin playing on his lips. We'll have the answer to that on our joint stream. Those who saw the video, he continued, his voice buzzing with excitement. They could hardly believe it either. Everyone's waiting for our stream tomorrow. And during Akon Jelly stream, the unseen narrator explained, the live viewers hit a YouTube record. The two quickly met up. Akon Jelly, practically bouncing with energy, declared, you're going viral, man. We're going to show them your face, so get ready. Sang-hyun, ever the calm amidst the storm, simply replied, all right. Akon Jelly, undeterred, pressed on, awesome. We'll probably start with 3,000 or 4,000 viewers, so be prepared. Sang-hyun, unfazed, responded, I'll just go tidy up a bit. Juyuk, watching from the sidelines, silently wished him luck. And so, the narrator chimed in. The broadcast quickly began. Hello, everyone. The viewer count instantly exploded to 10,000. Even Akon Jelly, a seasoned streamer, was taken aback. He continued, regaining his composure. Welcome everyone to the stream. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Hello, everyone. It's almost lunchtime. What's everyone having? Sang-hyun, observing from the side, couldn't help but be impressed. He's interacting with the audience so smoothly, boosting the viewer count. He's really good, he thought. Akon Jelly continued, his voice brimming with showmanship. Everyone saw the video I uploaded to YouTube earlier, right? Today, we have a special guest joining me. This is his first appearance, so we'll have a little interview so you can all get to know him. But most importantly, he teased, his eyes gleaming. Today, we're going to show you all the perfect shot. The chat erupted in a frenzy of excitement. The viewer count soared to 38,000, then 39,000, and quickly approached 41,000. Everyone, give this stream a like and subscribe to support us. All right, now, everyone please welcome our special guest, the young and talented archer. Welcome to the stream, Armin. The chat exploded once more. He's finally showing his face. I'm so excited. One message screamed, is this the first time he's revealing his face? Please be ugly, pleaded another, jokingly. Sang-hyun stepped forward, ready to greet his audience. Hello, I'm Armin. Sang-hyun introduced himself. The chat, captivated by his appearance, went wild. OMG, he's gorgeous. Donations poured in. Donated 101. You're so handsome. Why is he so cute? Please let me see your handsome face again. Another donated 1,001. The chat devolved into a cacophony of excited gibberish. Akon Jelly, beaming, addressed the audience. So what do you think? He's handsome, right? The first time I met him, I was stunned too. Should we do the interview first or jump into the game? The chat responded with a flurry of conflicting desires. I just want to keep looking at his face. I want to see the perfect shot. Just start the game already. Akon Jelly, laughing, tried to regain control. Whoa, I know you're all excited, but we have a guest, so let's be polite. Sang Hyun, overwhelmed by the sheer speed of the messages flooding the chat, couldn't keep up. Akon Jelly turned to him. All right, I've taken everyone's suggestions into account. So, shall we start playing? What's your optimization code? Akon Jelly asked casually. Sang Hyun, bewildered, replied, what's that? Akon Jelly, taken aback, explained, it's the code you use to optimize your containment compartment. It's adjusted to synchronize your brain waves and body. Sang Hyun, still confused, asked, I don't know anything about that. Is it important? Akon Jelly, stunned, thought to himself, he really doesn't know anything about it. No way. Has he been playing this whole time without optimizing? If so, wouldn't it feel like dragging a sack of sand around while playing? How is that even possible? Juyuk suddenly recalled what his boss had said. Juyuk whispered, hey, Akon Jelly. Sang Hyun really doesn't know anything. I forgot to tell him. Akon Jelly was stunned. What? Really? Oh, I see. I'm so embarrassed. Everyone. That body used pod, and he's been playing without a clue. You've been logging out by doing that. Yeah. Every time I die, that's what I do. Akon Jelly was astonished. What? Then how do you keep playing after you die? The chat exploded. Seriously, does this game make you start over from the beginning when you die? Well, duh, he probably hasn't actually died. He's just been shooting himself in the head. Akon Jelly continued. So you're actually a genius. Sang Hyun offered a small smile. I thought so too. Akon Jelly thought to himself, holy crap, you can't underestimate this guy. He's the kind of natural talent everyone wants to see, and he seems to have experience interacting with people. He's perfect for streaming. Why am I feeling so happy about this? Akon Jelly said, so, let's start with the optimization code. Sang Hyun thought, already. I thought it would take longer. That was fast. Akon Jelly asked, looks like you're done. How does it feel? Sang Hyun replied, it feels good. So this is what virtual space is like. I feel like I don't have a body. Akon Jelly chuckled. Of course, this is our consciousness. After all, now that that's done, let's go for a perfect shot. The game then began, and Sang Hyun felt a wave of anxiety. Should I show off my skills here? As they entered the game, Captain Roman announced, I'll explain today's mission. Lady Amelia has given us another task. Recently, a goblin den has been harassing the farmers in this area. We'll locate the den and eliminate them. It's been a while since we've had a mission with such a high reward, so we must achieve good results. Understood. Both replied in unison, yes, sir. They then set off in their vehicle. Akon Jelly asked, so, you should know when to use the perfect shot, right? In this damn game, even the weak points are divided by a point system. Imagine a circle on their forehead with smaller circles around the center. The first condition is to hit those. It's like archery. Sang Hyun asked, puzzled, then what's the second condition? Akon Jelly sighed and said, the second condition is difficult. You have to succeed on the first try while meeting the first condition. So you only have one chance. Sang Hyun replied, I see. So that's why it's called a perfect shot. Akon Jelly, observing Sang Hyun's reaction, thought, why is he reacting like that? As if those conditions are nothing to him. He was able to pull off a perfect shot before, so maybe it's not that hard for him. At that moment, Roman walked over and smacked Akon Jelly on the head. What in the world are you doing? We just got here. Akon Jelly clutched his head. I'm sorry, sir. Roman continued his tirade. Don't talk back to me. Do you want to be ripped in half? Where did you even come from? Roman's expression shifted as he turned to Sang Hyun. And Armin, he said, let's do a good job on this mission, shall we? Akon Jelly cried internally. Why is it always me who gets it? Not long after, they arrived at their destination. Is everyone ready to witness the perfect shot? Akon Jelly announced. Then let's. Another smack landed on his head, courtesy of Roman. If you want to help, Roman growled, do us all a favor and keep quiet. Armin, you lead the way and show this newbie how it's done. All right, Sang Hyun, as Armin replied. Understood. Akon Jelly was relentlessly mocked by the stream's chat. By now, they were closing in on the goblins. Sang Hyun thought to himself, now that my character's optimized, movement is so much smoother. That frustrating sluggishness is completely gone. Akon Jelly, watching Sang Hyun, thought, is he really going to shoot from that position? However improbable it seemed, if it was Armin, he could definitely pull it off. The arrow flew straight and true, striking a goblin squarely in the head. Both Akon Jelly and the chat were stunned. Sang Hyun then knocked another arrow. Every shot found its mark. Akon Jelly was dumbfounded. Amazing. He's even better than before. He's even adjusting his shots to be quieter, perfect for an ambush. Akon Jelly was impressed. This guy is seriously skilled. Beyond his incredible physical prowess, his attitude and the way he speaks have a distinct flair. It's like he's standing in a spotlight. And in that moment of contemplation, another goblin fell. He's the star of this show. A notification popped up. You have eliminated all common goblins. Roman spoke up. Good work, Armin. All right, let's move. Akon Jelly was speechless. Unbelievable. This is the part where all the mercenaries are supposed to work together to take down the monsters. But he cleared them all out by himself. Akon Jelly whispered to his viewers, "Did you all see that? That perfect shot was insane." The enemy didn't even have time to react. Roman then instructed, "All right, now block the entrance to the cave and set it on fire. If we seal up like this, the rest of the horde won't be able to escape and they'll be roasted alive inside." Soon, a roaring fire was ablaze. Something massive emerged. Without a doubt, this was the boss. A notification appeared. Please defeat the Goblin Champion. The viewers were ecstatic. There it is, the big boss. Can he take it down with a perfect shot? Use the perfect shot to win. Roman barked, "Everyone get ready." Akon Jelly, brimming with excitement, rushed forward. First condition, viewership's up. He exclaimed. The chat, Egamon, isn't this the perfect opportunity to prove how powerful the perfect shot is? Just shoot the boss already. Sang-hyun suddenly stopped and lowered his bow. What? Why did he stop? He has to succeed on the first try. Is he nervous? I mean, even Alan's human, right? Sang-hyun stared at the boss, thinking this is troublesome. That monster's wearing an iron mask. I can't shoot it in the head. Aiming for the forehead is out. Should I choose somewhere else to shoot? No, the forehead is the weakest point and the easiest target. No other weak point compares. If that's the case, Sang-hyun then raised his bow high towards the sky. Seeing this, everyone was puzzled. Shooting upwards. Is he going to end the live stream again? Who just donated 100,000 won? What the? Wait a second. It was Sang-hyun staring intently at his arrow. Perfect shot. I just need to hit a weak point. It doesn't necessarily have to be the forehead. The arrow then landed on the top of the boss's head. Holy crap. Oh my god. Can he really take down 1,000 enemies with this? Did he really kill it? For real? No way. The boss slowly began to fall. No doubt about it. He actually took it down with a single shot. The chat exploded. Akon Jelly, your wish came true. Is this for real? He finished it. Congratulations. I'm freaking out. Ruby Shop donated 200,000 won. Congratulations to Armin for the win. Sang-hyun replied, "Ah, thank you, Ruby Shop." Sang-hyun, slightly overwhelmed, thought, I'm getting so much money from them. Most notable was a donation from Believer of the Perfect Shot, 100,000 won. Perfect shot. A dream come true. They both logged out. It seems the latest model capsule doesn't have a cooling system. It's so hot. Akon Jelly was grinning from ear to ear. Nayan, did you see that? I finally did it. Haha. Nayan Days replied, yeah, you did great. The server crashed, so the live stream went down, you know? Akon Jelly responded, yeah, I figured it would crash. So many people were chatting and donating. This is the first time this has happened. Jiyuk from behind them said, that's right. I didn't expect it to malfunction because of the viewers' messages and donations. Haha. But the live stream can still continue. If you two do an interview in front of the screen, you can still receive donations. What do you think? Akon Jelly, beaming, said, all right, let's do it. Sang-hyun quickly refused. Hold on my hair. Assistant Nayan countered, no way. You look handsome right now. Then they both sat in front of the camera. Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Akon Jelly. Sang-hyun began. Actually, at first, I didn't know anything about the perfect shot. The chat went wild. He's so good. So handsome. He looks like an NPC, but his skills are like Robin Hood. Akon Jelly is amazing. Haha. If I were you, I would. Hey, were you crying when the screen went off? Akon Jelly snapped. Shut up. I wasn't crying. You guys are so insensitive. Hey, everyone. We can't read all the donation messages. Thank you all. Thank you, Dorman. Dwayne Hugh, backstage, was astonished. Over 40 people have donated already. How much money did we get? What appeared next shocked the two managers. Salvia donated 1 million won. Salvia just donated 1 million won. Thank you so much. Akon Jelly was ecstatic. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Oh my god. And the message reads, Armin, you're so handsome. Please keep up the good work. Akon Jelly continued, relaying the message. And Sergia just donated 100,000 won. Armin, you're so handsome. Please keep up the good work. Seriously, she donated twice. Is she loaded or something? Sang-hyun bowed his head. Thank you so much, Sergia. Akon Jelly wiping away tears of joy, choked out. Okay, let's calm down. Let's start the interview. I prepared some questions based on the poll on my personal page. Okay, everyone, what questions do we have? Sang-hyun, still slightly flustered, answered one of the questions. I don't use any special skincare products or lipstick. Akon Jelly burst out laughing. Fan question, why are you answering these kinds of questions? Sang-hyun, unfazed, continued, I don't have a girlfriend. A warm feeling spread through Sang-hyun as he smiled to himself. This is kind of fun, he thought. Live streaming. But playing games while live streaming is even better. A while later, the live stream ended. Naeun handed Sang-hyun a towel. The pod doesn't have any cooling, so you must be sweating a lot. Sang-hyun replied, it's the same at my place. Thanks. Naeun turned to Akon Jelly. Hey, is something wrong? Not really, Akon Jelly replied. I was just thinking that it might be better if we stream from home. What do you think? Well, you've worked hard. This is the first time we've had this kind of response. Juyuk, holding a gift, stepped forward. Thank you for taking care of us. This is a small token of our appreciation. What is this? Akon Jelly asked. Naeun, her eyes sparkling, replied, it looks delicious. I'm definitely going to enjoy this. Sang-hyun thought to himself, I didn't even think about this kind of stuff. She's really good. Akon Jelly continued, while Naeun gets ready, let's talk a little bit. This is the total amount we earned today. Both of them stared in disbelief. It's 5,360,000 won. Estimated total revenue. Sang-hyun's voice trembled. 5 million. Do you usually earn this much? Akon Jelly asked. No. Actually, this is the first time I've earned this much. Naeun, returning with drinks, chimed in. So if we split this evenly, it's almost 3 million each. Sang-hyun bowed his head deeply in gratitude. Akon Jelly, flustered, waved his hands. No, I should be thanking you. Even 500,000 won would be considered a jackpot for a single streaming session. Juyuk thought to himself, so donations aren't the main source of income. Juyuk spoke up. Could I ask how you generate income? Akon Jelly replied casually, sure. Consider advertising as the main source of income. Advertising revenue from Chibi is directly proportional to the number of viewers. It's like a base salary. Naeun added, plus, I've attracted third-party advertisers. That's a manager's job. It's mostly game advertisements or sponsorships, like costume sponsorships, broadcasting equipment, and player pods. This outfit is sponsored too. Wow, that's an amazing vacation. It's kind of like being an influencer, right? Naeun responded, exactly. For those blessed with good looks, 90% or more of their income comes from donations. But since he looks like this, she gestured towards Sang-hyun. He has no choice but to earn money the way influencers do. And in this industry, having a fun personality is the most advantageous. By the way, Sang-hyun, this is just my personal opinion, but I think you could become somewhat famous as a celebrity. A true Akon Jelly phenomenon. Sang-hyun, a little taken aback, replied, that sounds completely different from what you were saying about me earlier. Sang-hyun hesitated for a moment before saying, thank you, but I want to be a game streamer. Naeun said, of course. I'm just suggesting a way to generate additional income. Juyuk, beside them, added, besides game streaming, increasing the ratio of other activities is also important. Like Soggy Ramen. That streamer used to be a comic book artist. Alongside live streaming with gaming as the main content, Soggy Ramen also participates in entertainment activities, like appearing in mainstream media as a celebrity. For reference, YouTube is usually their main source of income. You can think of live streaming as a form of fan interaction. Streamers can be divided into two types. Those who focus on promoting their image concentrate on creating content on YouTube. And then there are the more discreet live streamers who focus on platforms like Chibi. I recommend you go the image promotion route, Sang-hyun. But video editing also has a big impact on YouTube, so finding a skilled editor is crucial. Juyuk, have you ever done any editing? This is pretty important. Good videos attract more viewers. Juyuk replied, no, I don't have any experience in that area. By the way, everyone, let me know what you think of the videos I make. Thanks, everyone. Akon Jelly continued. So, you guys need to find someone else. Your income isn't that high yet, so take it slow. Juyuk responded, thanks a lot for the advice. They then shook hands, concluding their conversation. Before leaving, Akon Jelly said, let's do another collaborative stream sometime. He thought to himself, by that time, he'll probably have surpassed me by a long shot. Akon Jelly watched Sang-hyun leave and muttered, what can I do? His talent is simply out of my reach. Naeun replied, now what? It's getting cold. Let's go inside. Sang-hyun, having gotten a ride from Juyuk, was already heading home. Juyuk said, hey Sang-hyun, You seem to be really preoccupied with YouTube and Chibi. Don't rush it. For what I've seen, you're very talented. So no matter what you do, you'll succeed. Sang-hyun smiled. Thanks. As he walked into his house, he thought, it's starting to get chilly. When winter comes, the steps will be completely iced over. I used to worry about Grandma slipping. Grandma, I earned about 2.7 million won today. Due Hugh didn't even take a single one for helping. Money is money, but it was actually pretty fun. I'm thinking about continuing to do this. And, Grandma, my right hand isn't shaking anymore. It's completely steady. The car accident is still a devastating memory. Not just for me, but for Grandma too. I still remember her wrinkled eyes, secretly crying alone. So, my right arm is more than just a bad memory. It's the most hateful presence, the thing that caused Grandma so much grief. But at the same time, it's been with me through everything. My right arm has always been a deep shadow, vast and resentful, clinging to me ever since. Now, with this right arm, I can finally draw a bow again. Grandma, it's incredible, isn't it? You'd probably faint from joy if you saw me like this. And now, I'm surrounded by so many good people who have helped me. It feels like you sent them, Grandma. I don't know how I'll ever repay them. I'll try my best. But is it too late? I won't say it's too late, right? Knowing that, I have to try even harder. Dad would say that, and I know it. I'll try. It's just, you're not here to see it. That's what I regret the most. The internet is buzzing right now about what Sang-hyun did on the stream, Akon Jelly said, watching. As expected, the reaction is fervent. Could this be the first time a Kingdom's S post has made it into the community's top 10? Nayan asked, are you browsing the community? The video is amazing, Akon Jelly replied. It seems like there's nothing noteworthy being posted. Nayan said, no, that's not it. I'm talking about the one on the editor's community. Let me send you the link. Check it out. Akon Jelly opened it and was astonished. You really love Sang-hyun. It's like heaven is lending him a hand. The scene shifted to Sang-hyun. Let's organize what needs to be done based on what we heard yesterday. Streamers have two main revenue models: donations from live stream viewers and advertising revenue, which is proportional to the number of viewers. This is Chibi's main concern. And speaking of video editors, they get a lot of ads and sponsorships, which is what people mainly focus on YouTube. Among them, the one that suits me best is probably what's called the celebrity type, active on YouTube. Juyuk had said something similar earlier. Ramen streaming style is the complete opposite of mine. What Juyuk was talking about must be his revenue model, a serious income from advertising and sponsorships. I need to find an editor quickly, because serious income is good, but it needs a skilled editor. Should I look for talent through popular gaming videos? A compilation of Kingdom's S top-tier archer. I can't believe this is trending. I'm so lucky. Wait, this is me. The channel name is Sergia. Sergia was the one who donated 1 million won last time. Sang-hyun started watching the video. My lady, there's a risk of bandits rampaging through these mountains. Should we deploy a special attack force to subdue them? Sang-hyun finished watching and was utterly amazed. The music, the color choices, even a storyline woven in. This is like a real movie. I can't believe those matches are similar. That could be presented in such a thrilling way. Even I was surprised by my own performance. Naturally, because of my own gameplay, the comments are all positive. I should contact Juyuk right away. Just then, Sang-hyun's phone buzzed. It was a message from Juyuk. Found someone amazing. I'll contact them directly through the comments. Sang-hyun was surprised. What? Were you watching too? Sang-hyun replied, hold on, but what about the money? We still don't have a stable income. I can't even pay you yet. Juyuk responded, don't worry about it. This is a manager's job. I'll handle it. You just focus on the game. Strike while the iron is hot. Sang-hyun smiled and started warming up. Wow, with such a capable manager, it would be rude of me not to focus on the game. All right then, I'm confident in archery, but physically, I'm not as outstanding as other streamers. Learn how to aim, develop spatial awareness, improve reflexes, enhance peripheral vision. If I want to continue streaming and rely on skill, practice is essential. Difficulty level A. Select the highest setting. A few hours later, it took 3 hours to complete everything. I'm hungry, and it's time to start streaming. No choice, I'll just grab a quick bite. It's also almost time to see the reaction to the collaboration and the YouTube video, right? The first live results. Could it be? I'm suddenly a little nervous. Sang-hyun then logged into the game. The scene shifted to a different location. A man sat slumped in dejection. Did I create this fantasy game for nothing? I knew this genre wouldn't be very commercially successful, but sales this low. But surely we'll get better, right? The reviews from the experts were very positive. If we organize an event to attract new players, we'll make a difference. No way. They'd have to be dreaming to promote a game that doesn't sell. I wish a star player would just fall out of the sky. What are you talking about? This isn't even an esports game, so there are no star players. How can I revive this flop of a game? And how can I revive this flop PH? Comic Channel 2. Huh, what video is this? The quality is amazing. The editing is so sharp, but this player's gameplay. His skills are truly incredible. There's a streamer like this. Oh my god, this account was just created a few days ago. A newbie. Not just his skills, he's also talented in the way he broadcasts. And he's handsome too. Definitely him. He's a new player, so his rating won't be high. But if we promote him just right. He just followed when the streamer started broadcasting, much to his surprise. I just followed him, and I got a notification that he's starting a broadcast. At the same time, what perfect timing. I need to see his gameplay with my own eyes. What? This guy's previous viewership was this high too. As soon as the stream started, thousands of people joined, and it's not stopping. Perfect camera angle. Good editing. Anyway, once you break through that wall, 1,000 live viewers, you can become a full-time streamer. Easy peasy. On Sanghyun's side, the chat was exploding. What's going on? Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? He's live. You idiot. Stop spamming. The chat was going crazy. Sanghyun thought to himself, during the collab, we had 50,000 viewers and everything was fine, meaning those two managed everything. Now it's just me, but it's okay. Sanghyun smiled, offering a warm welcome. Thanks, everyone. Good evening. Today, we'll be continuing with Classic. His viewers grumbled and cheered. It's just your voice again. Show your face. Show your face. I should show my face. Now that I think about it, I didn't even show my face during the mainstream. There's so many noobs. There are always faceless streams, Sanghyun thought. Seems like there are a lot of requests to show my face though. Look at this lucky bastard. Rewatch the old videos, his face is there. The new streamer's real face. Celebrate. Handsome. This charismatic talent. I think I'm being a bit dramatic. But thanks for the compliments, everyone. Right after, Sanghyun turned on his camera. The chat erupted in excitement. Ori donated 1,001. Super handsome. Domi donated 2,001. Sanghyun waved. Thank you everyone for the donations. I'll work harder to entertain you all. Since it's getting late, let's get started. As soon as he entered the game, Emilia said, Almond, I've heard about your skills. You easily wiped out those goblins, always causing trouble in my territory. Sanghyun replied, I just had some help. Emilia took Sanghyun's hand and said, No, I heard everything from Captain Roman. No, Almond. Actually, I have another task for you. The viewers laughed. Haha, using him again. Lover and errand boy. Sanghyun asked, Why don't you ask Captain Roman? Emilia replied, I want you to do it alone. The Lord agreed as well. Do you see the castle over there? Sanghyun replied, yes. He thought to himself, if it's a solo mission, it should be simple. Emilia continued, her voice serious. Please kill the owner of that castle. Sanghyun was stunned. The owner of that castle. Do they even come out? Emilia replied, no, you have to sneak in. The chat exploded. Did she just say, please die? Emilia, what happened to you? This isn't right. Something's wrong. Sanghyun was speechless. Emilia's eyes sparkled. I'm sure you can do it. The chat went wild again. New Noble donated 2,001. Translation, you can definitely take down that castle. It's just one arrow. Mitsubishi Mercedes donated 10,001. Translation, 200% trust. Emilia Annette donated 10,001. Translation, die, commoner. A notification appeared before Sanghyun. But elsewhere, the older man watching thought to himself, kill the castle owner. I played Classic countless times, but completing that mission with just a bow is impossible. The view count must be exploding right now. But I'm curious, how can he possibly attack the castle? With just a bow, how's he supposed to kill the Lord? Newbie's probably not actually dead. He'll only play dead for donations. Another viewer chimed in, the only thing that'll kill him is a 100,001 donation. Who would try to take an enemy castle knowing it's this difficult? These noobs. Sanghyun, reading the comments, thought to himself, they're right. Castle sieges in Classic are notoriously difficult. You have to scale the walls, and the enemy AI is smart enough to surround you the moment you're spotted. Sneaking in is practically impossible. But the biggest problem is Lord Talaran, decked out in full plate armor. He's the toughest opponent for an archer to face. Still, what if he actually pulls it off? Celebrating with a bow is one thing, but being handsome isn't enough in this industry. To become a star, you need a little magic. Meanwhile, Sang Hyun, with a confident look, accepted the quest without hesitation. Emilia smiled. I knew you'd agree. Sang Hyun thought, this is going to be incredibly difficult, but I have to try. If I back down now, I'll never get anywhere. And I do have a plan. If Kingdoms is historically accurate, Sang Hyun began, medieval castles weren't as fortified as you might think, right? They probably only had like 50 soldiers guarding the walls max. No, I think I can do this. Sang Hyun wondered, no. But why would she ask something so suicidal of anyone? Even though she's just a game character, she doesn't seem like the type to hurt others. Sang Hyun asked, My lady, has this lord done something? Emilia was silent for a moment, then said, Talaran has enslaved his people. He gives them loans with crippling interest rates, trapping them in debt. Then he forces them into servitude. Children, women, everyone. If the lord dies, my family can take care of them. I don't want war, but it's the only way. That answers my question. Sang Hyun bowed his head. I understand. Later that evening, Sang Hyun whispered to his viewers, Does this game even register when I talk to myself? One of the viewers instructed him, You can change that in the settings. Sang Hyun followed the advice. All right, I'm off. With those words, he took off like the wind, surprising his viewers. Whoa, how'd he cross the field without making a sound? His movement is way better than before. Looks like his character's been tweaked. Another viewer noticed and commented, No, it's his focus. As he ran, Sang Hyun thought, I can feel it. My movement has improved. It's all thanks to that rigorous training regimen. 3 hours a day was worth it. Soon, a fortress appeared before him. Sang Hyun quickly took cover nearby. Here it is. Now, how do I scale the walls without being seen? There are 2 guards nearby. If I attack carelessly, they'll call for reinforcements. The textbook strategy is to approach from behind, silence them, and take them down quietly. But honestly, I'm not confident with any weapon other than my bow. A viewer asked, You're going to use a bow? Sang Hyun replied, Yeah. Viewers immediately chimed in. No way. You get caught. What are you going to do? Take out 2 guys at once. How can you kill 2 guys at the same time? Dream on. Sang Hyun thought to himself, I'm not lying, guys. I have an idea. There's a way to take them down simultaneously with just one bow. The viewers were skeptical. Don't tell me you're going to shoot 2 arrows at the same time like in the movies. Go ahead, haha. You can't do that. That's in movies. This is Kingdom S. Sang Hyun ignored their jeers, his eyes fixed with determination. I can do this. First, the guy on the left. A high enough angle so the arrow comes down slower. Then, an arrow shot straight up. Sang Hyun knocked another arrow and took aim. Another arrow whistled upwards. Then it slowly falls straight down. Right now, 2 arrows found their marks simultaneously, eliminating both guards. The chat exploded. What the? How did that just happen? How can he do that at the same time? He's insane. He's a monster. I can't believe I just saw that with my own eyes. Emin is a god, right? Can this really happen? Ruby Shop donated 10,000 won. What the? Crazy Man donated 1,000 won. Mom, I'll be Amin when I grow up. Sang Hyun grinned, acknowledging the donations. Thank you, Ruby Shop and Crazy Man, for the donations. Bossman donated 3,000 won. I bet even the game developers didn't expect this. Haha, Sang Hyun chuckled. No way. Somewhere, on the developer's side, I totally didn't expect this. I've worked in game distribution for years, and I've met countless players, but I've never seen anyone like him. The developer picked up his phone. Schedule a meeting for tomorrow. I'll send you the details of a streamer via text. We have to recruit him, no matter the cost. Moments later, Sang Hyun finally clambered over the wall. Damn, that was hard. Except for the archery part, the rest of this game is like his viewers were confused. But that was the hardest part. Him scaling the wall is impressive. Normally, people have to try a few times. Haha, did you practice beforehand or something? Sang Hyun thought to himself. Grandpa was right. Practicing beforehand was key. Even on the highest difficulty. I've repeated this part countless times. Practice makes perfect, as they say. First, I need to clean up the mess. Just then, another guard approached. What's going on here? Where are the guards? Are they dozing off somewhere again? He never finished his sentence. The chat went wild. Insane. He aimed for the throat to keep them quiet. Just one shot to the throat. Probably because it's a critical hit. Dead without any blood or mess. Perfect. Just piling up the bodies like this. This mission seems too easy for Ammon. It's a breeze now, but inside there will be more enemies. So it should be harder, right? I'm clearly a sniper, but close combat with a bunch of enemies. How can I manage? Hearing this, Sang-hyun thought to himself, that's right, it won't be easy below the castle. What can I do? A moment later, he had disguised himself in the uniform of one of the castle guards. This is more annoying than I thought. This is the armory. Let's grab some arrows and get out of here. Just then, another guard strolled in, yawning widely. Huh, hey, what are you looking for? The words barely left his mouth before a single shot rang out. Headshot. The chat channel erupted in excitement. Sang-hyun thought to himself, this is nostalgic. It reminds me of the times I used to compete. Back then, in those competitions, I couldn't hear anything. Just focus on the target in front of me. In those moments, everything complicated became simple. Hit or miss. Those were the only two outcomes in the world. Facing such a stark crossroads made me so much stronger. Seeing Sang-hyun run, the viewers grew anxious. That's too loud. This is supposed to be an assassination, Alman. It seemed Alman was too immersed in the game, completely ignoring the chat. A guard spotted him and rushed over, shouting, hey, you there. Sang-hyun spun around and shot an arrow into the guard's leg. The chat channel immediately mistook it for a mistake on Sang-hyun's part. But it wasn't a mistake. He was using the enemy as bait. The outside was clear. Now he would move inside. As he entered, a guard appeared. But as soon as he appeared, he was down. Ha! The other guards, seeing this, grew wary. A warning horn blared through the night. Immediately after the horn sounded, the guards rushed in and surrounded Sang-hyun. His viewers felt a pang of regret. Oh no, he's been caught. This isn't good. A multitude of guards stood before him. At once, they lunged at Sang-hyun. Sang-hyun retaliated with a volley of arrows, taking down a considerable number. Then, he pulled out a bundle of arrows and planted them in the ground. Each arrow fired corresponded to a fallen enemy. The enemy fell like dominoes. The remaining guards paled. Oh my god, what was that? Headshots. All headshots. He's a monster. Run. Sang-hyun, of course, wasn't about to let them escape. Seeing this, his viewers asked, are you serious? You just shot them while they were running like that. Sang-hyun thought, of course, even though my right hand isn't free, when I'm in the virtual space, what makes it possible is absolute focus. One by one, the remaining guards fell to Sang-hyun's arrows. The screams faded, leaving an eerie silence. Sang-hyun sighed and said, so how about that? The chat channel exploded with new fans. That was so cool. That's what you call a killer smile, right? Amazing skills, amazing face. So cool. Ruby Shot donated 10,000 won. Ajin donated 1,000 won. Appa, I'm swooning. Take all my money. Thor donated 5,000 won. You're amazing. Rick Grimes donated 2,000 won. Sang-hyun smiled to himself, thinking the donations are rolling in. Looks like my stream is going well. Pleased, he continued walking, saying now, shall we go kill the Lord? A moment later, a door opened. Appearing before him was the Lord, sitting casually upon his throne. Sang-hyun thought to himself, so that's the Lord. I imagine some pot-bellied old man. He really does have the air of final boss. Sang-hyun, puzzled, asked, why is he just sitting here waiting as if he knew I was coming? Shouldn't he be out there, lording? Just as he finished speaking, a greatsword flew through the air and embedded itself deep in the wall behind him. The Lord rose to his feet. You came alone, he said. Sang-hyun felt a flicker of unease. He threw that greatsword like it was nothing. He's strong. At that moment, Sang-hyun seemed to realize something, and the chat channel realized it too. It's hopeless. That armor is perfect. The Lord said nothing more. He then made a gesture, summoning his guards. The viewers in the chat erupted in worried chatter. He's calling for backup. What are we going to do? They're all fully armed. Even Ammon will struggle with this. A sharp weapon is the best bet right now. Sang-hyun, reading the comments, thought to himself, a weapon. That greatsword might do the trick. But should I use something I'm not familiar with? It's too risky. I can't pierce that armor with my bow. Even I, someone who doesn't play a lot of games, knows the basic rules. Every game, every quest, has a solution. As long as the bow is a weapon in this game, there has to be a way to complete this quest with it. Sang-hyun focused his gaze, observing carefully. Suddenly, he noticed something and a smile spread across his face. The summoned guards charged towards Sang-hyun. He leaped back, narrowly avoiding their attack. Sang-hyun loosed an arrow. It struck a guard's helmet, knocking it clean off. His viewers were stunned. What the hell? He knocked the helmet off with a single arrow. Holy crap, is that even possible? So that's how it's done. He used the ring on top of the helmets. Another guard, enraged, lunged forward. Sang-hyun dropped to the ground, dodging the attack, and landed a headshot with his arrow. The other guards closed in, but it was too late. Sang-hyun landed headshot after headshot. Finally, all the minor guards were down, defeated with surprising ease. As expected, the chat channel went wild. The Lord spoke. Not bad. The viewers' excitement turned to apprehension. But what about the Lord? His helmet doesn't have a ring. He's coming. Sang-hyun concentrated. 3 arrows to the head. The conditions are met. Now I just need to confirm that if my theory is correct. Sang-hyun unleashed a volley of arrows. The Lord scoffed. How pathetic. Your arrows can't hurt me. Sang-hyun, undeterred, continued his assault. Another arrow flew. The Lord, taking no damage, said, "Did you not understand what I just said? I said it's useless. I will crush you for turning my castle into such a mess. What are you doing? This is foolish. What do you hope to accomplish?" Sang-hyun ignored him, continuing to pepper the Lord's armor with arrows. Faster, sharper, only a shot to the heart. The viewers watched in awe. Holy moly, sparks are flying. He's like a welder or something. How hard do you have to shoot to make sparks fly like that? Did you see that, Alman? The boss is getting really close to him now, but it's not enough. One final arrow is loosed. This time, it pierces the Lord's armor. Another arrow follows immediately, striking the same weakened spot. The Lord finally falls, just as predicted. The viewer's reaction to this display. Sang-hyun's performance is electrifying. Donations are pouring in. Sang-hyun, exhilarated, thought, "I did it again." 3 hours of practice followed immediately by a high-difficulty mission. Such a grueling schedule. But the joy of victory, time and time again, keeps me going. Reading the chat, Sang-hyun said, "Thanks for the donation. 'Tis way. Thanks full body too. But what's with all the well-dones? I appreciate it. I didn't count exactly, but I think it took around 40 shots. Looks like even with that tough armor, continuous attacks will break it down." Now, let's see Amelia's surprised face. A large donation popped up. Celia donated 300,000 won. "Wow, you're awesome." Sang-hyun, stunned for a moment, watched as, somewhere else, a girl jostled her way through a crowded train. "I need to get out of here." Moments later, she was outside, breathing heavily. The noise, the press of bodies. How much longer do I have to be swept along by this? Instead of being thrown against these rough waves. That if I could just rest my head on a vast, empty ocean. Oh, it's starting. Let's see. Just in time. Watching his stream is the only joy in my life. I started watching just because of his name, but I was hooked instantly. This mission is so hard. How can he possibly complete it? He accepted it. He's really going to try. Wow. She watched, captivated, as Sang-hyun fought. Her face lit up with pure enjoyment. Then surprise. Wow, amazing. He actually did it. How much should I donate? 100,000 won like last time. No, this time 300,000 won. I don't want to be outdone by anyone when it comes to donations. I've spent a lot already, but this is money for happiness. He remembers my name. Now, how will he react? Back with Sang-hyun, he said, "Someone said do a backflip to end the stream." Sound good, I'll do it. As soon as he finished speaking, he did a backflip. Ha! Looks like because I have optimization turned on, that didn't end the connection. Oh well, I'll end the stream manually. Selgia, thank you so much. He ended the stream, his body slick with sweat. So even if I die in game, it won't disconnect anymore. I was surprised when it didn't cut out before, but seeing their reactions, it seems pretty useful. I got a 300,000 won reaction out of them. Lucky me. But wait, this viewer, Selgia, I think they donated a large amount during the collab stream too. I wonder what they do for a living. This is a little overwhelming. Sang-hyun mused, scrolling through the donation alerts. They must be pretty young to be donating this much, especially in just one stream. Am I being judgmental? A streamer feeling burdened by receiving money, what am I supposed to do? Probably just some rich kid, courtesy of CEO Gia. Today's stream was a blast. Oh, right? I have to make a clip out of it. Which track should I use? This background music doesn't quite fit. This one's perfect. The company's resources really come in handy at times like these. This track should work. I think everyone else is using it too. Today's content has a really clear narrative, and the visuals are top-notch. He's even better than the last few times. If he keeps improving at this rate, the videos I make are going to be incredible. This video is going to be a masterpiece. The scene shifted to Sang-hyun, who received a call. He answered, a questioning lilt in his voice. "Hello. What's up? Juyuk's voice, tinged with suspicion, crackled through the speaker. Are you still sleeping? Sang-hyun replied. What do you think? Then lasagna for lunch it is, Juyuk declared. Sorry, I thought you hung up. Sang-hyun, perplexed, asked, but why are you calling so early? Got a bit of a problem, Juyuk admitted. Remember CEO Jia, the one who edits your videos? Sang-hyun responded, what about her? She's not reading my comments, Juyuk continued. Her Chibi account is private. Maybe next time she donates, you could mention it. Sang-hyun sat up abruptly. I don't like that idea. Then we'll just wait, Juyuk conceded. Even if the recruitment process takes a bit longer. Sang-hyun replied, sounds good. Juyuk concluded, alright then, just wanted to let you know. Gotta go. Sang-hyun felt a knot of unease tighten in his stomach. When his mind was cluttered with thoughts, cleaning the house was the best remedy. Even though he went up and down these stairs every day, he couldn't help but sigh each time. Oh well, he thought, just consider it exercise. I'll get used to it eventually. Suddenly, a girl flung open a door and bumped into him. It was none other than Seojia. She gasped, her voice filled with alarm. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Sang-hyun turned around. I'm fine, he reassured her. I'm okay. A sudden silence fell between them. Seojia stared, seemingly unable to believe her eyes. Sang-hyun asked, are you alright? If you're okay, then I'll be going, Seojia stammered. Then without another word, she hurried away. Phew, Sang-hyun exhaled, wiping a bead of sweat from his brow. That's better. His phone rang. Hello, what is it? Juyuk's excited voice filled the speaker. Hey, CEO Jia's YouTube video is up. Have you seen it? It's amazing. It's already got 30,000 views and over 100 comments. It's trending. Number 78 in the gaming category. At this rate, it'll hit 200,000 views in 24 hours. That's incredible, Sang-hyun replied, a smile spreading across his face. Juyuk continued, I left your contact info as soon as the video went up, so just wait and see. Sang-hyun replied, alright, thanks. Talk to you later. A timid voice suddenly broke through his thoughts. Excuse me. Sang-hyun turned to see the girl from earlier standing before him again. Sang-hyun glanced around, confused. Did I drop something? He wondered. Seojia held out a notebook, her cheeks flushed. This, could I please have your autograph? She asked shyly. Sang-hyun blinked, taken aback. My autograph? Could she be a fan? Sang-hyun wondered, is she asking to see my stream? He thought to himself, I'm not even that famous yet, and I'm already meeting fans near my house. I can't believe this is happening. Right here on the slope to my place, too. Seojia spoke up. Excuse me, but would you mind? Sang-hyun, already signing her notebook, replied, of course not. What's your name? Thank you, the girl replied. My name is Seojia. I'm Seojia. A little while later, so, you've edited videos before. Yes, it's my major and my hobby, Seojia answered. Juyuk, impressed, remarked, wow, really? Actually, Seojia, we've been looking for you. What a coincidence to run into you like this. Seojia, puzzled, asked, looking for me. Why? Juyuk replied casually, nothing serious, really. He then pulled out a stack of papers. How would you like to work with us? Sang-hyun, surprised, thought to himself, I only called him after hearing her name. Where did he find the time to prepare all this? Seojia asked, work with you. Juyuk, sensing her hesitation, said, you see, the video you just uploaded seems to be running into some monetization issues. Legal issues like copyright and content usage. Basically, fan channels can't make money. CEO Jia chimed in, monetization. But I donated to him. Besides, you don't seem to understand. These videos aren't meant to make money. They're not even profitable yet. Juyuk, momentarily taken aback, recovered smoothly, of course. What I'm suggesting is, why don't we work together to create videos that are profitable? He looked at her, thinking, normally, when presented with a collaboration offer like this, people are curious about the profit. But she doesn't seem to be. Isn't making money her goal? Actually, I thought she might be rich, but that doesn't seem to be the case. That huge donation, it seems like it was purely out of love for Almond Stream. And the videos are entirely out of fan love. If that's the case, how do I convince her? Then, Juyuk spoke, I'ma need your help, Seojia. And only yours. Sang-hyun, embarrassed, muttered, what are you saying? Juyuk replied, just watch. Seojia stammered, you mean? He needs me. Both of them beamed. You have no idea how long he's been looking for you, Seojia. Right, Almond. Sang-hyun quickly chimed in, I really want to work with you. You can make any kind of video you want. I really need your help, Seojia. CEO Jia's heart fluttered. Help? How long has it been since someone said they needed my help? I've always. Then she spoke, let me think about it. But there's a problem. My current company has me locked into 2 contracts. 2 places at once. If I sign a contract as a full-time editor, I'll have to quit my current job, but I need money to live. The salary my company pays isn't that bad, and relying solely on the profit from making videos, it seems too risky. She summarized, basically, in this situation, I really need a stable salary. My channel is the same. Everyone, sob sob, please subscribe to support me. Sang-hyun clenched his fist, thinking, it's been a week since I streamed anything. I can't even buy Juyuk a drink right now, let alone pay her a salary. Sang-hyun muttered to Juyuk, hey, maybe think about it a little more before you. Juyuk, still confident, smiled and said, I just happened to get this in my email. An offer to be a partner streamer with Pang. As you can see, the benefits section includes recruitment costs for an editor. Sang-hyun was stunned. A major distributor like Pang wants me. Seo-jia, lost in thought for a moment, then spoke. Okay, I'll sign the contract. Sang-hyun thought to himself. It's a livelihood, so it's worth considering. But she was willing to sign right away. She must really not be able to stand that company anymore. Juyuk continued, your base salary will be 25 million won a year. And in addition to that, the company will give you a 40% bonus of the profits from your YouTube videos. Of course, there's also the option of a 50-50th profit split, but then you wouldn't get the base salary. CEO Jia replied, I prefer having a stable base salary. After that, she signed her name. So, when Pang gets back to me, I'll contact you. Counting on you. CEO Jia asked hesitantly, what about the videos you posted on your channel? Jiyuk said, you'll probably need to re-upload those videos to the official channel. Yes, sir. Let me know when you've made a decision. After that, she left. Sang-hyun nudged Juyuk and asked, hey, is this partner streaming thing for real? You're not lying, are you? Juyuk retorted, who are you calling a liar? How could I lie about something like that? Sang-hyun's eyes widened. Wow, seriously though, a company like that actually wants me. Juyuk grinned. I was surprised too when I saw it this morning. You'll sign the contract, right? Sang-hyun replied, of course. How could I pass up an offer like that? As they walked, Juyuk said, by the way, Seo-jia, she's cool and straightforward. Since she's a fan of yours, I thought recruiting her would be pretty easy. Sang-hyun grimaced. No way. Being a fan is one thing. Signing a contract with your idol is another. Juyuk wondered aloud, but if she's donating that much money, it means she really likes you, right? But she seems pretty serious and aloof. I was surprised. Just think, she didn't smile once the whole time we were talking. Anyway, if she's that professional, it'll be even better working with her in the future. Not long after, CEO Jia returned home and hurriedly rushed to her bed. Her mind was in turmoil. I can't believe it. Just meeting Armin in person felt like a dream come true, but becoming his editor is. It's hard to believe, but it's not a dream. I escaped. A jobless community college dropout. What could I possibly do? If I don't work here, what else can I do? She thought, is there anywhere out there that would treat me as well as this place? I thought I'd be stuck there forever. Who knew someone would actually recognize my skills? I don't know why, but I have a strange feeling. The scene shifted to Sang-hyun. I should start a little early today. I'll stream at a random time. It'll probably be fine since I stream almost every day, right? Just then, Sang-hyun received a message. Send intro video and song. Just follow the instructions I sent with it for installation, Seo-jia said. Sang-hyun was stunned, thinking we just said goodbye a little while ago. She finished it that quickly. He voiced his surprise. How'd you do this so fast? Seo-jia replied, oh, I didn't spend all day today on it. I've been working on it bit by bit for a while. Sang-hyun thought to himself, I never would have guessed her hobby was making these things in her spare time. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she can do when she puts her all into it. Thanks, Sang-hyun replied. I'll put it to good use. With that, he started his live stream. It seemed a lot of people were anticipating his stream. Whoa, what's this? There's an intro now. It's even cinematic quality. Wait, did CEO Jia make this? That's her, isn't it? Don't tell me he actually hired her. The viewer count had already surpassed 1,000. Hello, everyone. Sang-hyun greeted his audience. Ruby Shot immediately donated 1,001. Will we finally get to see Emilia's surprise face today? Another donation popped up. Hello, Ashlyn donating 1,000. Hello, Amin Sang-hyun. Sang-hyun responded, thanks for the support, Ruby Shot and Ashlyn. The era of the kingdom begins now. As soon as he logged into the game, the chat erupted. Wow, the bodies from yesterday are still here. It hasn't gotten any better while he was gone. The person who single-handedly destroyed that castle has no humanity. So, this was an assassination, right? Sang-hyun spoke, I need to report to Emilia, but before that, honestly, I cleared this stage by myself, so I took a few items as spoils of war. It's okay, right? The chat responded, honestly, you could take everything and still be innocent. Which one should I take? The light glinting off something caught his eye. He noticed a suit of armor nearby. After equipping the armor, Sang Hyun said, I think I can only take this much due to the weight limit. But now I won't die in one hit from anything. Alright, time to complete the quest. It's back to that day. Luckily, it doesn't actually move through time. A voice called out from nearby. Is that you, Alan? How did you get back so soon? Sang Hyun replied, I come to update you on the quest progress, my lady. Emilia turned to her attendant. I need to speak with him privately, so please leave us alone. The attendant hesitated. Yes, my lady, they said, but Emilia frowned. Hurry up. Now come this way. Did you perhaps change your mind? Sang Hyun answered, No, I came to report that I've completed the quest. Emilia was astonished. What? I only gave you this quest 2 days ago. Sang Hyun held up his hand, counting off on his fingers. 2 days have passed. 1 day for travel there and back. Half a day for preparation. And half a day for the attack. Emilia exclaimed, Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Wait, did you say attack? I'm sure I asked you to assassinate him. Sang Hyun stammered, about that. Because of the tight security, I just got killed all the guards. Emilia froze, then her eyes widened in alarm. What? What did you say? Seeing her expression, the viewers were equally stunned. A moment later, she regained her composure. So, you're saying Talaran Castle is completely deserted? Emilia asked. Sang Hyun replied, Yes, there's no one left. Emilia gasped. You conquered Talaran Castle alone. Then there's no need to wait any longer. Sang Hyun blinked, confused. Wait, what do you mean? Emilia continued. To protect the people there, we from the Jinori's territory must act swiftly. Everyone, prepare the carriages. We're going to Talaran Castle. We must arrive before the other nobles get their hands on it. It wasn't long before the carriages were ready. Emilia climbed aboard, but noticing Alan still standing below, she called out, What are you standing there for? Get in. I have a lot of questions for you. The viewers went wild in the chat. Isn't this the expression you only get when you've maxed out her affection level? Girls only slowed down the speed of my sword draw. Let's go conquer another castle. Turns out conquering castles is a good way to pick up girls. From now on, I'm focusing on world domination. As the wheels rolled, Emilia asked, How are you so strong? Sang Hyun responded modestly, You flatter me. I'm not that strong. Emilia countered, No, really. I've seen many knights, but none of them have achieved what you have. Sang Hyun replied, I'm just good with a bow. Emilia exclaimed, Just with that, you wiped out an entire castle garrison. That's incredible. I've never seen a knight use a bow. Sang Hyun clarified, Because I'm not a knight. I'm a mercenary. Emilia paused, a thoughtful expression on her face. Mercenary Alan, after this is all over, would you consider becoming a knight? We'll need someone to manage Talaran Castle once it's integrated into the new territory. I'm just curious. The chat exploded. Whoa, Emilia's quest line has opened up, hasn't it? What kind of development is this? This is the main quest line to become a knight. True gold fears no fire. He wanted to be a knight before, too. Crazy, right? I wonder how Alan will respond. I'm so curious. Sang Hyun spoke, No matter what, I'm a mercenary. How could I possibly become a knight? Emilia was silent for a moment, then said, My father wants to meet you. It seems he greatly appreciates how swiftly and decisively you handled the situation. Hearing this, Sang Hyun thought to himself, the Count. But he left right after discussing things with Emilia, didn't he? He voiced his thoughts aloud. The Lord. He probably hasn't even heard about what I've done yet. Emilia gently placed a finger to his lips. That's a woman's intuition. Trust me, I think we're here. The chat buzzed with excitement. OMG, didn't she just imply she wants to see him again? Is he going to meet her father? Is he actually going to become a knight? I can't believe it. Emilia is so cute. Bless the heavens. Congrats, dude. You lucky dog. The scene shifted to the ramparts of Talaran Castle. They had arrived. The people clearing the castle grounds murmured amongst themselves. Who are they? Could they be from Talaran? Emilia stepped forward. No, we're from Jinori's. The people stared, disbelief etched on their faces. What do we do now? Should we drive them out? One voice questioned. What do you mean? What do we do? The Talaran army is completely wiped out. So, who's going to be the Lord now? If we drive them out, who knows what will become of us? The people murmured amongst themselves, confusion hanging heavy in the air. Emilia strode forward and snatched down the Talaran banner. In its place, another flag was immediately raised. The townspeople erupted in a cacophony of whispers. I can't believe the lord of this city has changed. Overnight. That was fast. Another voice chimed in. Just keep your heads down and do your work. I heard the new leader is Lady Jinori's. Could be better, could be worse. In the end, all nobles are the same. They'll just exploit us. Sang Hyun approached Emilia. Is it alright to just leave things like this? He asked. Emilia looked at him quizzically. What do you mean? Sang Hyun elaborated, like a speech or something. Shouldn't they know who they're serving now? A smile played on Amelia's lips. It's fine, she reassured him. The people here will soon realize I treat them far better than the previous lord. A week later, the people of the territory, previously drowning in debt and facing the constant threat of being sold into slavery, were now able to repay their debts through labor. They were even allowed to keep a portion of their earnings. As a result, the number of workers increased, and the territory, once bleak and desolate, now buzzed with activity and life. In the long run, this brought significant benefits to the land. Amelia approached Sang-hyun. There you are. Don't forget you're meeting my father tomorrow. Of course, Amelia, Sang-hyun replied. His viewers, watching the scene unfold, couldn't help but feel a pang of envy. Suddenly, the blare of a war horn ripped through the air, startling Sang-hyun. In the distance, an army marched towards them. At the head of the approaching force rode a figure of imposing stature. Could that be Talaran's allies? Sang-hyun wondered aloud. It seems so, Amelia replied, her voice laced with concern. It looks like they want to reclaim the castle. I can stop them, Sang-hyun declared confidently. Amelia grasped his arm. Please be careful, she pleaded. Moments later, preparations were complete. Captain Roman's voice boomed across the battlements. Today, we stand here to defend Talaran Fortress. For Lady Janori's, our leader, he roared. The assembled troops echoed his cry, victory. Sang-hyun glanced up at Amelia, who looked down at him, her expression a mixture of anxiety and hope. The chat exploded with excitement. This is the real S-rank classic. One viewer typed. Another exclaimed, what is this? It feels like a #1 game. A third chimed in, laughing, I quit after a few days, so I never experienced anything like this. Almond has come this far in just a few days. Even Bubblegum, the icon of persistence, couldn't do this. Haha, Sang-hyun chuckled. Please refrain from mentioning other streamers. He flashed a smile. And that's all for today's stream. Thank you for watching, he said before ending the connection, leaving his audience clamoring for more. After ending the stream, Sang-hyun lay back on his bed, scrolling through his phone. Judging by the reactions, it seemed he had concluded the stream on a high note. Perfect timing. The ending is crucial, Sang-hyun mused, recalling Juju's advice. Knowing when to end a game's storyline was paramount. Even if it disappointed viewers in the short term, it was beneficial in the long run. He scrolled through the forum. Wow, some interesting posts here. Is my playstyle really that difficult? He wondered. An average player might struggle, but a professional archer could definitely replicate it. Are there other skilled archers playing Kingdom S? Or maybe, could I have a natural talent for VR games? Is it my focus? He pondered. Archery does require intense concentration, but that doesn't mean it's exclusive to archers. Let's see what other popular posts there are. What's this? An analysis of Alan's archery skills. Sang-hyun clicked the link. Maintaining a posture comparable to a professional archer. Bowstring perfectly centered on the lips. No tremors in the right hand. Consistent release and follow through. Detailed analysis. Is this written by someone with expertise? Judging by the content, definitely not an amateur, he thought, scrolling further. Surprise flickered across his face. A former pro. Who is it? If it were an archer, it could be someone I know. He shook his head. Why bother? Nothing particularly interesting. Everyone in the archery world cut ties with me 15 years ago. Doubt it's anyone I know. He continued reading. The reason I quit archery was because of an injury from an accident. No one knows about it except my coach. The words hung in the air. Sang-hyun, do you really want to end it like this? Sang-hyun's voice echoed in the memory. Yeah, I don't find archery fun anymore. The girl's voice, laced with disbelief, responded, fun. It's just a game to you. If you quit archery, who will you be? Do you know everyone is following you? A quiet affirmation, yeah, but you want to leave just because it's not fun anymore. Are you serious? Sang-hyun's quiet reply, yeah. I understand, the girl said, turning away. Then go. She didn't see the silent tears tracing paths down Sang-hyun's face. The next morning, Sang-hyun scrolled through more posts, a thoughtful expression on his face. Interesting. A few negative comments. But at a time of low viewership, I appreciate these kinds of posts. He bumped into Seojia. Exercising. She asked. Yeah, Sang-hyun replied. Are you heading somewhere? Yes, Seojia answered. Just nearby. Want to walk together? Sang-hyun offered. Yes, of course. Seojia responded immediately. I have something I want to show you, too. A little later, Sang-hyun asked, so, what did you want to show me? Seojia pulled out her phone. Oh, right. It's nothing much. I finished editing some videos for the new channel. Want to take a look? Already done. Of course. Am I the first to see them? Yes, Seojia confirmed, a hint of pride in her voice. It's premium content, after all. Your channel, Sanghyun. Sanghyun clicked play. The title flashed across the screen. Kingdom S Episode 1. Newbies aren't allowed to choose bows. My first live stream, he murmured. Oh, is this a hologram effect? Quick cuts to match the shooting speed. Not boring at all. And the viewers' enthusiastic reactions added in. Seriously, this is insane. Seojia, blushing slightly, asked really. Sanghyun pointed at it and said this is a masterpiece. Seriously, it's incredibly impressive. All the highlights are included. The CG is added so that even first-time viewers can understand it clearly. The pacing, the chat, the ending, everything is perfect. Thank you, Seojia replied. Anything else? We can upload it to YouTube right now. Sanghyun shook his head. Not yet, not yet. I heard it's best to release at least 3 or 4 videos at the same time. If you're okay with it, I'll continue with this editing style. Sanghyun smiled. Yeah, keep it up. A little while later, Seojia returned home. Phew, I'm exhausted. Remembering Sanghyun's praise, Seojia couldn't help but smile. He liked it. The feeling of validation was deeply satisfying. A message. Who could it be at this hour? Could it be Onmin? Seojia suddenly froze, her expression changing. Time for bed. So much to do. A message from that psycho. The next day, people were still buzzing about Sanghyun. So exciting, haha. The first archer in the world to attempt the siege challenge. I can't wait. I have to watch it after school today. I'll watch the stream too, haha. Probably on my way home from work. Suddenly, a celebratory live stream notification popped up, surprising everyone. Huh, what? Now, he's streaming 4 hours early. Save me. This madman is still at work. But I'll definitely watch. Haha. Sanghyun greeted everyone. He thought to himself, I was a little worried about the timing, but it seems there are even more people than yesterday. I'm off to a great start. I'm streaming earlier today because of the in-game challenge, Sanghyun announced. I'm guessing it might take a little longer. Let's get started. As soon as he entered the game, Captain Roman said, Amund, your path to success is clear, isn't it? Sanghyun was puzzled. What do you mean? The captain gestured towards Emilia and continued. Are you pretending you don't understand? Sanghyun stammered. No, there's nothing between us. Seeing Roman's expression, the viewers grew suspicious. Sanghyun thought, it's true, he was always friendly, but never this familiar. Captain Roman continued, that leader style is to command from the rear. Take it down. The battle horn blared, and both sides clashed. A commander yelled, loose, and a volley of arrows rained down on the enemy. The troops automatically engaged in basic combat. Sanghyun pulled up his hood. You all heard Roma, right? I'm going to take down that golden armor guy and be right back. Sanapolin donated 10,000 won. 1 kill equals 10,000 won. Sanghyun was taken aback. 10,000 won for every kill. He asked seriously, are you sure? You must be rich. Seeing Sanghyun accept, everyone cheered. He quickly slipped into a concealed position. The viewers were skeptical. Is he going into enemy territory alone? Is he abandoning his allies? Is he skipping the mission? Sanghyun thought to himself, taking down enemies single-handedly would definitely increase the donation potential. Of course, he'd have to complete the mission too. Because, as Aaron Jolie had said, in a world of game streaming, donations weren't always a given. So every single donation was crucial. I have about 80 arrows. If I can take out 80 enemies, that's about 1 million won. The special thing about donation missions was that they contributed significantly to the stream's pacing. This wasn't just about assassinating the enemy commander. It was about prolonging the fight. This would make the stream much more entertaining. The enemy forces were brimming with confidence, their morale high, when suddenly an arrow struck one of them in the head. A soldier quickly realized, wait, we're under attack from the left. But when they turned to the left, there was no one there. Their commander stepped forward, barking, we can't waste time just because of one arrow. Keep moving. He'd barely finished speaking when an arrow found its mark, lodging itself in his head. He crumpled to the ground, much to the shock of his soldiers. From afar, Sanghyun observed their confusion. The viewers, too, seemed to have caught on to his plan. Another arrow, another headshot. This time, the soldiers finally pinpointed Sanghyun's location. A commander immediately gave the order, 20 men, guard the left flank. Seeing Sanghyun counting his arrows, the viewers questioned, what's Amon doing? Shouldn't he run? After counting out 20 arrows, he stuck them into the ground. The enemy soldiers began to advance. Sanghyun turned to his viewers. 20 men. So, I'll need exactly 20 shots. As the soldiers searched for him, another one fell, and then another and another. Each arrow from Sang Hyun claimed another life. Panic gripped the enemy ranks. He's only aiming for the head. Protect your heads. The words had barely left his mouth when an arrow pierced his throat. 3 seconds left on the multi-shot skill. The remaining enemies, now terrified, broke and ran. But where do you think you're going? Sang Hyun chuckled. So, that's 230,000 won, right? The viewer chat exploded. OMG, so cool. Mom, I want to be almond when I grow up. He got 230,000 won already. Haha, blah blah blah. Seojia, watching the stream, was equally thrilled. He's amazing. I understand why everyone, including me, has fallen for Almond. He always gives 100% no matter the situation. That passion comes from his confidence. He doesn't doubt himself. He doesn't need to, because it's not faith. It's based on pure skill. And that's precisely the image of a true genius that everyone craves. Back to the battle. Sang Hyun had already eliminated 40 enemies in a row. Around 40 arrows remained. The enemy leader was stunned. Unbelievable. He wiped out 20 of our men with just a bow. The leader barked out orders. Deploy 40 soldiers to the front. Don't let him kill another one of our men. Immediately, the soldiers obeyed. They quickly confronted Sang Hyun. Chat erupted. Sinapolin just donated 1,001. Someone typed, "Oh God, please no more. It's too late, buddy. Begging is useless, haha." Another chimed in, "Sinapolin, you've got to have at least 1,000,001 in your account. Stop complaining, haha." Yeah, right, another agreed. This assassination mission, that it's got to be worth at least 1,000,001. Sang Hyun's eyes widened. 1,000,001. Really? Sinapolin? If that's the case, I'll take exactly 1,000,001. The words barely left his mouth before another enemy soldier, a woman, fell. Following that, Sang Hyun activated his multi-shot skill. One after another, they were hit with headshots. Under Sang Hyun's barrage of arrows, the fight was incredibly one-sided. Suddenly, an arrow whizzed towards Sang Hyun. He reacted instantly, scanning for the archer's position. The enemy was quick, but Sang Hyun was quicker. With incredible precision, he loosed an arrow, striking the incoming projectile and deflecting it off course. The viewers were stunned by the display. Even the enemy archer couldn't comprehend what had just happened. While still in shock, the archer took an arrow to the head. The enemy was down to just a handful of survivors. Sang Hyun knocked another arrow, a smirk playing on his lips. 710,001 and counting. The remaining enemies trembled. Damn it, one screamed, making a desperate charge towards Sang Hyun. Sang Hyun, ever vigilant, reacted swiftly. Another headshot. Another enemy soldier cried out in terror. What the hell is this guy? His firing speed is insane. His words were cut short as he too fell. The last remaining enemy soldier paled and turned to flee. Sang Hyun, of course, wasn't about to let him escape, but then he realized he was out of arrows. Seeing this, Sinapolin breathed a sigh of relief. The fleeing soldier, confused, looked back to see if he was truly safe. Sang Hyun, undeterred, gave chase. The look on that soldier's face is priceless, haha. Someone typed in chat. Sang Hyun quickly closed the distance, spotting an arrow he'd fired earlier, now embedded in the ground. Sang Hyun retrieved the arrow, knocked it, and drew his bow. Escape was impossible. The viewers showered him with praise for his impressive feat. Sang Hyun grinned. Only 20 more to go. Desperate to protect his wallet, Sinapolin donated another 1,000,001, adding the message, "Enough is enough." Hoo-hoo. Sang Hyun beamed. Thank you, Sinapolin. The most satisfying thing is completing the mission, right? A sudden fanfare of trumpets blared. It seemed the battle was over. A man who appeared to be a leader approached, surrounded by fawning soldiers. Thanks to your leadership, Robert, we've won. One exclaimed. He's truly admirable. Another chimed in. He's the hero of this battle. The chat exploded with mockery. Huh, these idiots. On men carry them all, fools. Sang Hyun thought to himself, I killed 100 enemies and nobody even noticed. Captain Roman approached. I apologize for their behavior. The way they treat mercenaries is a bit. Sang Hyun interrupted. Is there something wrong with the way they're treated? Do you see a problem? Captain Roman stammered. Well, you see, the knights told the mercenaries to take their base pay and leave, despite the fact that we contributed so much. They barely did anything this entire battle, Sang Hyun remarked. Robert, The mercenary leader scoffed. So that's what you're unhappy about, Sang-hyun. Is there something wrong with paying the agreed-upon amount? Captain Roman retorted, there's clearly a clause for additional compensation for exceptional performance. Robert sneered, exceptional performance. Did your mercenaries perform exceptionally in this battle? On a battlefield where knights fight for their lives, Robert continued, his voice dripping with disdain, what did your mercenary band accomplish? You fought while clinging to your lives, using the excuse that it's your only asset. Captain Roman bristled, the insult to his mercenaries a clear blow. Seeing his reaction, Robert challenged, what's with that attitude? Sang-hyun thought to himself, he's got a point about the mercenary stereotype, though. That's pure prejudice. Captain Roman argued, if you don't fight alongside us properly, how can you build trust? And without trust, the mercenary system can't function. Didn't you trust us enough to entrust this battle to us? This distrust, after the war, is hardly honorable. Robert's anger flared. What? Mercenaries daring to speak of honor. Captain Roman shot back. He single-handedly took down 100 enemies. And you still claim we clung to our lives and contributed nothing. Robert let out a derisive laugh. Single-handedly took down 100 enemies. Did you hear that? This archer supposedly took down 100 enemies. The chat exploded. Someone teach me how to kill this guy. Can I just shoot him now? Haha. Roman looks so pissed, but he's holding back. Probably a rank difference thing. Roman clicked his tongue. I get the gist of it, he said, his voice tight. A voice boomed from nearby. Let me go. I'll walk myself. It was the gold-armored figure from the enemy's side. So, you've won, the armored figure stated, shamelessly claiming our stronghold, slaughtering our soldiers that this the honor Janet spoke of. Robert stammered, well that. Sang-hyun, observing Robert's discomfort, thought, looks like that person outranks him. Robert's flustered. Robert began, regaining some composure, will be in charge of the people in this territory. The gold-armored figure interrupted. Enough. I want to speak with Amelia. Bring her to me. Another voice interjected. That's impossible. The armored figure turned. What is it now? His gaze immediately fell upon Sang-hyun. He approached slowly. And you are? Are you a knight as well? Sang-hyun replied, no. The armored figure pressed. Then what are you? Captain Roman spoke up. He's a member of our mercenary company. The gold-armored figure continued. Oh, a mercenary. The one who single-handedly took down 100 soldiers. Just a mercenary. Robert's jaw dropped. Sang-hyun was stunned. He knows about me. The gold-armored figure went on. Those fools didn't believe it, did they? A mercenary, and a lowly archer at that, taking down so many. Preposterous. How foolish. Have you ever considered you really want to continue working with these people? Those who fail to recognize your worth. Don't stay with them any longer. Work with me, she offered. The moment the golden helmet was removed, the chat exploded with astonishment. A notification popped up in front of Sang-hyun. It presented two choices. 1. You have recognized my worth. It is an honor. 2. Even though I am but a mercenary, I have sworn an oath of loyalty. Sang-hyun stared at her, the realization dawning on him. So, the gold-armored figure was Rosalita, the second female lead. Rosalita, despite her defeat, maintained a composed and confident air. A dangerous and captivating aura surrounded her, completely different from Amelia. Even I, just a casual player, could see the immense effort poured into designing this character. Even the knights of the Janet territory were mesmerized. Are you guys alright? The chat buzzed excitedly. Choose Rosalita. They urged. That's right, ditch Amelia. Sang-hyun was now faced with a difficult decision. Switching female leads this late in the game felt like a betrayal of the time he'd spent building his relationship with Amelia. Even if it was just a game storyline, and he hadn't personally lived through those moments. He had noticed her from the beginning, and she had shown affection for him. Rosalita's voice cut through his thoughts. Do you intend to humiliate me like this? Answer me. Sang-hyun felt the pressure of the viewer's expectations, compounded by the weight of Rosalita's position. Finally, he made a decision. That's all for today's stream. The stream ended. Alman, are you even human? The chat erupted in frustration at the abrupt ending. Haha, Du-hyuk chuckled, watching from his own screen. These guys are still here, ranting even now. Overall, the stream was pretty successful, right? He mused. They're loyal fans, always the first ones there when the stream starts. True diehards. They're ranting, but I'm sure they're just joking. They'll spread the word about what happened today all over the communities. Excellent. A large and passionate fan base. Mostly male, in their early 20s to 30s, but the hardcore fans are evenly split between men and women. Donation frequency is higher among men, but but total donation amount is dominated by women. Of course, the sample size is still small, so it's too early to draw conclusions. Need more data. With these numbers, the next development will be completely unpredictable for the viewers. Suddenly, his bedroom door swung open. Do Hyok's parents entered, his father's face etched with anger. "What do you think you're doing?" he demanded, quitting a stable job. "Have you lost your mind? Have you no consideration for my reputation? How am I supposed to explain this to the director? Starting tomorrow morning, you'll be working at my company." Do Hyok started to protest, but Dad, his father glared at him. "Do you have anything else to say?" Do Hyok mumbled dejectedly, "No, sir." "Excuse me." His mother stepped forward to comfort him. "That's a wise decision, Do Hyok. Don't be angry with your father. It's all for your own good." Do Hyok forced a smile. "I'm fine, Mom. Just leave me alone for a bit." He thought to himself, in just 1 week, I earned about 270,000 won. It's not a huge amount, nothing to brag about, but it was the happiest time. It gave me hope. Could all of this be nothing more than a fleeting dream? This dream has gone on for far too long. Over on Sang-hyun's side of things, he was still snoring away when a knock came at the door. Still slightly dazed from sleep, Sang-hyun stumbled towards it. So early in the morning, the sudden noise startled him fully awake. "Open up, Sang-hyun. Hurry up, I'm freezing out here." Sang-hyun's eyes widened in surprise as he opened the door. "Kim Juyuk, is that really you?" Juyuk, breathing heavily, blurted out, "It's me. I ran away from home." With that, the two of them headed inside. Juyuk wolfed down a mouthful of food, exclaiming, "This is amazing. Aren't you going to drink any? We got 2 bottles, you know." Sang-hyun replied, "Nah, I wanted to stay sharp for the stream." Do Hyok took a swig from his bottle. "Really? Guess I'll have to drink both then." Sang-hyun watched him, thinking, "You seem pretty cheerful. Why'd you suddenly move out? It's not like you're a kid anymore. Living with your parents isn't that strange." Do Hyok avoided his gaze. "I thought it's a long story. I'll tell you later." Sang-hyun shrugged. "Sure, whatever you say." Do Hyok looked at him anxiously. "Are you sure it's okay for me to be here? I should have asked you before coming." Sang-hyun reassured him, "It's fine. There's plenty of room for both of us." Juyuk asked, "By the way, what are you going to do about the situation in King's demise?" Sang-hyun tilted his head. "What do you mean? What am I going to do?" Juyuk elaborated, "Emilia or Rosalita. You're standing at a crossroads, you know." Sang-hyun spoke between bites. "Oh, that. I'll just pick one, won't I?" Juyuk's voice rose in surprise. "What do you mean, just pick one? Didn't you check the message boards after the stream?" Sang-hyun asked, "Did something happen?" Juyuk explained, "Rosalita's side and Emilia's side are forming factions. Things are getting pretty tense. You should be careful who you choose." Sang-hyun pulled out his phone and glanced at it. So that's what's going on. They're really riled up, huh?" Juyuk watched him, thinking he doesn't seem worried at all reading those scary comments. "If it were me, I'd be losing sleep over it. Just how optimistic can one person be?" Then Sang-hyun spoke up. "Oh, right. There's something I wanted to talk to you about." Juyuk prompted, "What is it?" Sang-hyun continued, "With the current situation, it seems like King's demise is coming to an end. But I haven't found the next game to play yet. I want to find something that will attract both new and old viewers." Juyuk immediately pulled out his laptop. "I knew it. I've already done some research. Just wait and see. It's the hottest game out there right now. It's called Battle Royale. Have you ever played it?" Sang-hyun replied, "I've heard a lot about it." Suddenly you're talking like a pro. Battle Royale is an online multiplayer survival game. Players use various weapons to become the last one standing out of 100 people. So you need top-notch aiming skills and quick decision-making. It could be considered the perfect game, suited to your current playstyle and trends. Sang-hyun's interest was piqued. "Oh, really? Sounds cool. Seems interesting. I'm not very used to playing PvP games. Should I practice before streaming it?" Juyuk reacted strongly. "Absolutely not. Sang-hyun, you have no idea what people want." Sang-hyun looked blankly at him. What do you mean?" Juyuk continued. "What do you think people want to see from your streams?" Sang-hyun replied, "Me playing games well." Juyuk shook his head. "Not many people can play well, you know." Sang-hyun, curious, asked, "Then what is it?" Juyuk pointed at Sang-hyun. "A one-of-a-kind genius. Remember your first broadcast playing Kingdom S? You showed overwhelming skill from day one, without any practice. I think people went crazy for that genius of yours. That's why I want you to continue in that direction. Show off top-tier gameplay without any prior practice." Sang-hyun asked, "But Battle Last is a shooter, right? I can use a bow, but guns are hard to master without practice." Juyuk pointed at the screen. "Look at this, a headshot on an enemy fleeing on horseback. Can all skilled archers do that like you?" Sang-hyun replied, Sure, I guess. Ju countered, no way. If so, someone would have done this before you. This is proof that you're better at games than others. Sang-hyun suddenly realized, is it because of this? Lately, I've been practicing with the training program in the player's room before each broadcast. It's a program pre-installed in the player's room. I heard it's well optimized, so I'm trying to beat it on the highest difficulty once a day. Ju-yuk asked, what's your score? Sang-hyun replied, around 12,000 points. Ju-yuk was astonished. Crazy. You're at the top of the leaderboard. Sang-hyun was also surprised. Me. Ju-yuk showed him. Really? This is your ranking on the leaderboard. I told you, right? Ow. Or gun doesn't matter. You have a natural talent in this area. Sang-hyun listened in disbelief. Do-hyuk was excited. Conquer battle lasts too. Time passed. Ju-yuk, seeing Sang-hyun enter the player's room, asked, going live this early. Sang-hyun replied, yeah, I want to see which time slot attracts the most viewers. Ju-yuk replied, oh, good idea. Good luck. Sang-hyun, getting goosebumps, said, what was that? So creepy. Take your hand off me, or I'll bite you. Sang-hyun then quickly logged into the game. As he entered the game, Rosalita said, what are you waiting for? Are you going to stay here all day? Sang-hyun thought to himself, this choice will completely change the direction of the game. Well, thank you for your offer. Though I am but a mercenary, I have sworn allegiance to my lord. The viewers in the chat immediately started saying things like, so boring, and scream it out. Emilia is the one true love, truly a man of honor. Rosalita said, I understand. Your loyalty is greater than even a knight's. After that, Rosalita was taken away. Sang-hyun watched her go, thinking choosing Rosalita would have made the storyline much longer. But now is the time to move on to a different game. This choice is reasonable and also maintains my loyalty to Emilia. At that moment, Emilia approached. Ignoring the brief counsel of her guard, she rushed to embrace Sang-hyun. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this series, please leave a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Have a wonderful day and thank you for watching.